Welcome to the CatFiveBoys podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I'm here with my co-host, Maddie,
Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well.
and my other co-host, George.
Hello, everybody.
Alrighty then.
The cool guy here.
He's the cool guy. All right, so welcome to the episode. I think this is episode 14 that we've been doing. A couple of announcements before we start. Disclaimer: first and foremost, the views expressed on the show by the individual hosts and or guests do not necessarily reflect the views of the Cat Five Boys podcast. Further disclaimer: the topics that we speak on during the show sometimes get a little heavy, sometimes can be a little sensitive. So if that's not really your thing, probably not the show for you. We have clips. If you guys can't catch the full shows, we do post kind of sort of the best bits of the individual shows on our clips accounts on TikTok. We post clips on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts. All of those accounts are at Cat5Boys, the same way it pops up in whatever site that you're watching right now. We do post sort of the best bits. Obviously, we leave some of the best bits out because otherwise, then what's the point of watching the show? But for the most part, you get some good, funny laughs there, or some interesting moments, or some very serious, down to earth moments as well. If you want to be a guest on the show, we would love to have you on. Just send us a DM on Instagram at Cat5Boys, and show us your interest in being on. If you are interested in maybe coming on to debate one of us about one of the opinions we hold, like for example, George thinks fat people are disgusting, and I think that women shouldn't vote, and Maddie thinks that women are awesome. So if you disagree with any of those topics, or any of those positions, or any other things that we talk about during the shows, and you want to come debate it, just send us a DM on Instagram. Maybe something interesting you want to talk about. We'll love to have you on. We'll coordinate afterwards. I stream. Me, myself, and I stream every Saturday at around 6 to 7 p.m. I try to start around 6 though. I stream on Twitch at Codename Soap. That's CODENAMESOAPP. I will leave that link in the description as well if you guys want to go check that out. If you guys want to put a face to the name and to the voice, and maybe talk shit on me live in the chat, and maybe I don't know, maybe support, shoot me some support. You know what I mean? Whatever you guys want to do. I also stream live on Twitch, so there's that as well. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow on Spotify podcast or Spotify and Apple Podcast. Drop us a 5-star review there as well. Drop all the comments. We love the comments. We will respond to each and every one of the comments that we can. We post every Wednesdays and Fridays. And without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with George because George hasn't been here in a while. Georgie, how has your life been ever since we did the last one with you, which I think was the one with Jennifer? That the first one with Jennifer we did with you. That was the last time you were on, buddy. What's been going on?
Oh man, just really busy. Busy. Been uh, been doing a lot of housework, a lot of family stuff. A lot of needed help moving and stuff also. So I've been doing all that. That's why I haven't been here.
He's he's been busy. I mean, you heard it there first. Um, Maddie, what about you, man? How's life been ever since the last episode, which we posted yesterday? If you guys want to go check that out, Lent, first day of Lent, Ash Wednesday. Hope you guys are staying prayed up and doing a good job during this Lent. Maddie, how have you been, buddy?
Oh, I've been good, man. Ever since the last podcast, which was Tuesday. Yesterday was fine. I had a good day. I just went to the doctor to get checked up. Everything was good. Spent the day, picking up around the house and taking care of my dogs. So it was a pretty good day. I can't complain.
That's good, buddy. That's good to hear. Ever since last show, which was with Maddie yesterday, we had the debate about voting. We had, we were talking about some, if she's a bad texter with you, she's probably just not into you. We had those conversations. It was a good episode yesterday. Ever since then, I mean, it's been pretty quiet. It's been pretty normal. My fiance is sick. I don't think I should mention that, but I will anyways. She's
Oh,
sick, so I'm taking care of her. It feels nice. Um, well, also it doesn't at the same time because obviously don't want to see her like that, but it's okay. Other than that, God has blessed me with another day, and it's day 2 of Lent. It's a Thursday, so tomorrow I'm fasting completely, and I feel excited about it. It's gonna be great. Anyways, let's get let's get started with the show. We're gonna start with a dating advice. Obviously, we start with Reddit every time, so we're gonna start with a dating advice question today, and we'll move on to an "Am I the asshole?" and then we'll finish off with a dating advice. So the first dating advice: would you date a girl who reaches out to you after breaking up with her ex? Basically, I, 29 male, matched with a girl, 29 female, on Hinge a little before Christmas. She went back to her hometown for Christmas and said she would let me know when she was back in my city after the holidays to plan a date. In January, I noticed she still hasn't messaged me back, so I check her Instagram and noticed she archived her pictures with her ex. Fast forward to March, she messaged me and tells me she's back from her hometown. I know she's been back for a while because she works in my city. I check her Instagram and her pictures with her ex are gone again. Would you go through with planning a date? I don't like the feeling like a toy she can pick up and put down whenever she wants, but I admit I did kind of like her, so I'm not sure if I should swallow my pride. Thank you. Uh, what do you guys think about that one?
Follow your pride, my like, nah, bro. It and this goes for anybody. If somebody breaks up with somebody and getting into something too soon after, you're 95% chance you're just gonna be a rebound and they're probably gonna end up getting together, continue talking. And if somebody archives photos of your ex, that means that they're not really ready to let go. So that's just gonna cause, major problems with future relationships. And probably somebody isn't gonna want to start one with you if, I'm looking through your phone, I see a bunch of pictures of you with your ex, this and that, like that's just a huge turnoff and you're not gonna be true to the relationship.
I agree. I think it's a pretty bad sign when it comes to a girl. That's why I feel like this is why I feel like it's probably smarter to date younger girls when you're older. Cause
Bro,
bro,
that's why you hate women. That's the thing.
you said what?
This is why you hate women.
I mean, no, it's just like this is the thing about dating older women. A lot of the time, they got baggage, bro. Like they got that ex boyfriend who, she just loved him so much, and there's no other guy who'll make her feel the same way and whatnot. And she's always hung up on somebody, or she's got shit. Some of them even got fucking baby mamas and shit, so or baby daddies and shit like that. So
I mean, honestly, I don't really think it matters about age. I really think it comes because age doesn't necessarily mean maturity. Hold on. Kill me. Sorry for that. Like I was saying, I don't really think age has to do with maturity. I think it has to do more with, you know, how headstrong the person is and how mature and, how well set they have their mind on relationship because she could be 40 and still hung up on a dude. But then you have the 22-year-old who you would think is the same way, but she's more headstrong and she's more what's the word? Like she knows what she's looking for and she wants that.
yeah, but I mean, number one, I mean, I would say there's a lot of other there's a lot of other aspects as to why you shouldn't date an older woman besides just her mindset, like physicality and shit like that, of course. But I would say, like, wouldn't you agree that generally speaking, older women usually bring more baggage than younger women, or have
I
more
say
baggage?
yes. I say yes. They always have more baggage.
Yeah,
I
And
mean,
they want and this is the thing, they have more baggage and they have the highest standards for a man.
because they're mature and they know what they need as a mature woman.
No.
wait,
You're talking like a dairy. No,
wait,
I'm talking
what?
about modern women that have baggage, like a bunch of baggage, that
What
they're
is
like already like in
baggage?
their 40s, like kids and problems
It's
and
like
bills.
things that you have to like. For example,
Yeah.
what would be the negative things of a woman that you can think of? Like, for example, body count. Usually, if you're an older woman, you're probably gonna have a higher body count than like a younger woman, generally speaking. Or like, for example, like being a single mother, you probably wouldn't want to date a single mother. And usually, the older women are the ones who are mothers. You know what I mean? Who have children. I mean, on top of the fact that usually older women are more like independent, I guess, in the sense of I don't need no man type shit, which is also a pain in the fucking ass to deal with as a man. Uh, on on top of the fact that usually mindset wise, older women have like a sort of like resentment, I suppose, to like, I don't know. It's just, well, maybe I'm off base with that one. But with the other things, and that's kind of usually when it comes to those aspects, you would say older women generally have more baggage than younger women, no?
Yeah, they do. They have more baggage, and like I said before, and I'm sticking with it, they're looking for a Prince Charming.
Well, why shouldn't a woman look for her Prince Charming the same way we're looking for our
Bro,
princess?
bro, because we're talking about modern women. We're not talking about like normal woman, normal
But
fucking person.
modern men are more pigs than before.
Yeah, but do you really think that
Because who allows it? Who
but yeah, and do you really
to be
think
like
that
that?
like do you really think that every woman deserves a Prince Charming?
So sorry, choked there. My bad. Uh,
Buddy, you good? This is the
what?
second time you choked this fucking tonight,
No,
bro.
bro. I finished eating my dinner a little while ago, and a little piece was stuck on my throat.
Okay, buddy. What'd you have
What
for
was your
dinner?
question
What'd you
again?
have for dinner?
I made some rice with eggs.
Oh, that's good, buddy. That's a nice that's a classic right there. But my question, what was my question? What the fuck was my question? George, you remember my question?
What question?
All right, never mind. This motherfucker doesn't know. Okay, I don't really. Oh yeah, do you think that would you say that every woman deserves a Prince Charming?
They know because not everybody find that. Some girls that do find it, they never see it because they're fucking blind to see it.
What about you, Maddie? You think that every girl deserves a Prince Charming?
Hold on, 1 second. I'm about to cough,
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Maddie, bro.
bro. My throat right now. I'm sorry.
Bro,
Yo,
do
drink
you
some
have
water,
something in your
cuz.
throat? Tick in your throat or something?
Drink some water.
Yeah, I'm good for now. I don't. I mean, I think everyone should have the person that's going to treat them the best and bring the best out of them. Whether or not it's a Prince Charming, that might not be what they need, but
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
I understand that, but I'm saying like for example, like for the most part, women want a guy who's gonna treat them well and provide for them, and who's gonna like take them on dates and like who's gonna love them and all that like sappy like all that sappy shit that women like or that women want or they think they want, I suppose. Um, that like perfect man or whatever. You think every woman deserves at least like 70% of what a perfect man would be?
yeah.
Even like the OnlyFans thoughts and shit.
Well, I mean, that's a whole different type of topic and conversation. I mean,
Yeah, but do
if
you
we're
think that
talking
they
about
deserve
good,
that?
normal,
Bro, we're talking
I'm
about
sorry.
modern women, bro. We're not talking about like
That's
my
what I'm
mom,
saying.
your mom. No. We're talking
Or
about modern women.
yeah, you know what? I think a better question would be, what aspects to a woman do you think would make her not deserve a Prince Charming?
Well, someone who I get, a woman who's not serious, not mature enough, and doesn't respect him as a person
What about physical
or do their
qualities?
part. Physical qualities mean nothing.
No, I'm saying like in the sense of, do you think a high body count would make her not deserve it or deserve it less?
Did you forgive
Not
her?
at all. Not at all.
You don't think a high body count would make her deserve a Prince Charming less?
Not at all.
Oh, you're cooked, bro. So the girl that fucked 100 dudes in one fucking
Would you
sitting.
like me and my reason why?
Yeah.
Tell me
What's your
why.
reasoning, buddy?
And first of all, I don't know if excuse me, this is the same for you, George. I mean, Matt. But George, you're sounding very muffled, and I can't understand half the stuff you're saying.
I think George, he might just be too loud. You could try to lower his volume.
I mean, no, to me
Bro,
it just
I'm
sounds
not.
like he's talking on the mic, so
Dude,
I can't really hear half of him.
that's what I'm saying. I need to get this man a mic, bro, because his mic is trash.
Bro, too
But
fucking.
to defend my point, I don't think a high body count would devalue a woman or make her less appealing because at the end of the day, let's say she's a good girl, she's talking to a guy, they're going out for a couple of months, let's say 6 months, and she finally, they finally, do it, and then he dips. She's hurt and she really wants a relationship, so she looks for another guy, and then she trusts again, she loves again, and then he does the same shit. So I mean,
So what you're saying is that it's not a woman's fault that she has racked up bodies because it's a lot of the time it's men leaving them.
100% because you know a lot of women value sex as something special. It's not just like, oh,
Yeah,
let me just
I agree.
have a line and have every other guy come and just do it. Like that lady that did what 1,000 guys in a day. Like not every girl.
Can I interrupt and
Go
say
ahead, go ahead.
something,
Yeah, go
man?
ahead, go ahead.
Dude, you do know that in order for a man to have sex with a girl, she must spread her legs. If you go to a girl and first date, she's already spreading it, then
Okay,
it makes it
but
easy for the
she
guy.
wouldn't do it out of her
She
own
should
free
make him
will.
wait.
There would have to be some sort of
Maddie, look,
intuition from the guy.
back a few years ago. If a girl wanted if she wanted a good man, she would make a guy wait. If the guy couldn't wait, you know what happened? They'll break. She'll find another guy who would wait, who would actually be with it. But if you have a guy that in 2 days he's like, oh, I need to have sex with you, or I'm leaving you, then you should leave that person. But women make dumb decisions sometimes with people.
But how is she supposed to know that? How do we not know that he's lying like every other guy
Yeah,
that just
Because,
wants to hit
dude,
I
and
would
quit?
understand if like a woman who has like maybe two bodies was like, "Oh, I've been in long-term relationships with two guys and I thought they were the one and they dumped me." I guess I kind of understand that. I get it. But once you start getting to like the double digits and you're telling me that every guy in your body count was a person that you thought you were going to be with for a long time and they just dumped you, at some point you're not taking sex and like lovemaking too seriously at that point.
no, bro. I say if you get to five, that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
For women,
Like
five, that's it.
you have
Like, bro, you
Five.
have an issue.
one
You have
guy,
a
right?
problem.
You
Yeah.
got one guy who you're dating, who you think is gonna be a long term boyfriend, and you give sex to him. Sure, whatever. He dumps you, whatever. We'll give you that pass. But once you start getting to four guys that you just give up sex to, and then he breaks up with you, and then you get to five, and then you get to six, it's like, bro, at that point you're kind of being fucking stupid and not really giving sex the necessary respect it deserves. You know what I mean?
Then would you say the same thing for a man?
What do you mean?
If a man just, he goes out with this girl for a month, has sex, and then leaves her, and then next month he's with another girl,
I
does the
think
same shit.
I think it's different for guys. Although I do like I would say like it's not good for either gender to do it. Obviously, like guys shouldn't have high body counts. Women shouldn't have high body counts. Neither of the genders should have high body counts. But it's different for guys to have high body counts and for women to have high body counts. You could just see it in like the way that men view it versus the way that women view it. When a guy usually views a girl who has a high body count, it's like usually a disgust response. It's like ew, rather than like a woman viewing a guy with a high body count. It's like, oh, what's so good about him that's making all these women attracted to him? You know what I mean? Because I mean, as a woman, it's really easy to find a guy to fuck. If you're average looking woman, even if you're below average, you'll probably be able to go to the bar or club today and try to like make sexual advances to a dude and he'll fuck you. But for a guy, you go to a club or to like a bar or something and you try to shoot your shot with a girl, if you're average looking, 9 times, I would say maybe 7 times out of 10, you're probably going to get rejected. And that's like the life of men. Like it's really hard to find a girl to go on a
May
date
I
with you.
comment on that?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
What you said about any girl going and she approached many guys and they all said yes. Doesn't that also kind of say something about the quality of the men? That that's all they want rather than just genuine love and a relationship like the woman genuinely wants?
I mean, if a woman is going to a club or a bar and she's like flirting with dudes and shit like that, I highly doubt that she's looking for a serious, very long-term relationship. I mean, she might
Well,
get it. She might get it out of one of those guys, and maybe she meets a dude and they end up dating for a long time. Sure, I mean, it's possible. But you're going as a girl to a club and you're like making sexual advances to a dude. You probably aren't in the right um location or under the right circumstances to find a very long-term relationship. To me personally, it's like that if you're looking for a long-term relationship, that's probably not the best way to go about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that goes for anybody because I would rather meet my the future mother of my kids in a fucking Target
Yeah,
rather than at a bar or a club.
but
But
why
then
though?
again, why?
Yeah.
One, because I'm not much of a I don't really go to bars and shit like that much, clubs and things like that. So I'd rather meet that one girl. Let's go to Target or some shit. Or I meet her. She's doing some arts and crafts. She's doing some cute shit. Meet her at Barnes and
Because
Nobles.
it's more innocent, right? It's more like she's like more pure if she's doing those things.
Well, I wouldn't say pure. I would just say more. More my speed.
Yeah, but what's your
I mean, not
speed?
saying I would. I mean, I'm not much of a. I don't really like going out that much. I wouldn't mind going out, if my girl would want to, but at
I mean, do
the
you
end of
do
the
you
day,
like arts and crafts?
I mean, I'll sit down and do some shit, yeah.
Yeah, but do you like it though? Like, is that like one of your hobbies to do arts and crafts?
I mean, I used to draw a lot, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not arts and crafts. I'm talking about like arts and crafts, like putting macaroni on a fucking roof and making like a house or some shit.
Well, that's kindergarten shit, my boy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if a girl's doing arts and crafts in that sense, uh, yeah,
Okay, I'll change the word arts and crafts. I'll say more artistic,
let's just
more
say
down to earth type.
let's just say she's buying a book or she's in the fucking library or something and you meet her in the library. Would that be a better location for you to meet a female than in a fucking club or some shit?
Say that one more time.
Yo, damn. Would that be with the library? Like, if a girl's in a library and she's just reading a book or some shit, or she's like trying to see if she could find a book to read, and you meet her there, would that be a better place to meet her than in a fucking club?
For me, I mean, kinda, yeah.
Why though? Do you like reading?
I like reading comic books.
No, but like novels and shit.
Not really, it's not my thing.
So then, why would it be better for you to find a girl there than find a girl at a club or some shit?
Because it would be nice to find somebody that you have some differences with, but that can maybe lead to some sort of how can I say it? Some fun adventures, some fun dates, some fun activities to grow and bond over and do things with.
I'm gonna keep it a buck and a half. That shit makes no sense to me. But we
Like she would share her interests with me and then maybe I could grow
yeah,
learn
but
to
you could
like
say the
them.
same thing about a girl who's at a club. It's like you don't really like clubbing, but if you find a girl at a club, you can share your interest with her, and she'll share her clubbing interest, and you'll share whatever interest you got with her, and you guys can like go on fun adventures clubbing. It's like you
I
could say,
suppose, yeah.
yeah, you could say the same shit about a girl at a club. The only difference between a girl at a club and a girl at a library is that generally the connotation of a club is more like ho shit rather than a girl at a library. A club is, or rather, a library is more like she's like nerdy or like smart or she's like down to earth or more innocent, shit like that. Um,
Wait. I just processed something. A girl going to a club is slutty?
I'm saying a club would give a connotation. Like if you see a girl at a club and she's like dancing, like like shit that you would do at a club, and she's drinking and all that type of shit. Usually, you get like a slut connotation. Not saying that she's a full blown slut, but usually
I
that's the
don't think
connotation.
so.
It's like, for example, if you see a guy and he's at a strip club versus a dude who's at like a fucking like a homeless shelter who's like volunteering, you probably would get a different connotation from the guys. One guy is
But
a
here's the
fucking
thing.
pig, and
Let's
then
say
one
they do
guy.
that for work, but then they just blow off their steam from having to deal with all of that stuff on the weekend. So they let loose, they have fun. Who's to say that that's not the case?
I mean,
Which most of the time that is.
who's to say that they're not the owner of the club, right? Like, who's to say that they're not a vegetable, or rather, they're not a cancer patient who has 3 days to live, and that's why they're fucking spending their time in a club or a fucking strip club.
Exactly.
You
So that
you
doesn't
can't,
necessarily
of
mean that the
course,
person is a
but
set
yeah,
type.
of course, but we talk about generalities here, and generally, I mean, you can talk about the fucking outliers all we want and shit, and the special cases or whatever, but for the most part, when we talk about the generalities of the situation, generally, when you look at a person who's at a club, the connotation you get when it comes to a female at a club is usually more on the slutty side than if she was at a library. Like, you're not gonna look at a girl at a library and be like, "Damn, she's a fucking slut." Like, no, of course not.
Then what would a man be that goes to clubs?
A dude who's trying to fuck a girl, probably. I cannot perceive a
But
dude.
why is she a slut and he's just a dude trying to fuck?
I mean, that
That's
would
more
also be
slutty than
slutty. That
anything.
would also be slutty.
Matt,
Okay.
Matt, what you're not understanding is that you're like, oh, women are just as good as men, bro. You have to understand that women are different from men, bro. Like you wouldn't want your strip club dancing for other men. You understand that? That's the difference.
Okay, well, we're not talking about a strip club. We're talking about a
I
normal
know, but I'm saying how you
music.
view women, view them differently. The world, society views women differently because of that. Because you expect a woman to have more respect for herself.
Who says she doesn't have respect for herself, though?
Man, a girl's having sex with a guy every single day, like different men every single day, bro. There's no self respect right there.
Then there's no self-respect for those guys either.
But man,
It's
it's
a different
different
thing
for
between guys
men.
and girls, dude.
Not really, because they do it with emotion because they care about the person. We do it.
Men, dude, men don't fuck for emotion. They fuck just to get a fucking nut
That's
out.
my point. They do it because they're emotionally attached to the
You
person.
think women fuck a lot of dudes just based solely off of emotion?
Well, don't you guys say all the time that women are emotional creatures and we're a lot more logical?
Yeah, but when it comes to the aspect of women think
No, it's the same
emotionally,
shit.
no, because when we're talking about women thinking emotionally more so than logically, we're talking about decision making. We're talking about, oh, it's like, for example, a girl wants to do a thing even though it's dangerous. A girl would be more likely to do the thing that she wants to do because she wants to do it because she feels like she wants to do it, and a man would probably make the decision of, I probably shouldn't do it even though I want to because it's dangerous. Like, men are more logical thinkers in that sense. When it comes to emotionality, we're talking about feeling. Like, what do I feel? Like, do I feel like I want to do this? Do I feel like I want to do that? Or what's necessary? You know, things like that. It's not like, oh, she just loves more, or like she just like, no. I mean, I think men. I would probably argue that men love more than women love, considering most men are willing to give their fucking lives for the people around them, even though most of the time they don't even know those people. And I think women are very selfish creatures, for like generally speaking.
They are.
Yeah,
They
they're
are. They are.
extremely fucking selfish, and men
No, all
are.
you gotta go is look, Maddie. You want to see a perfect example of how selfish they are? Just go on TikTok.
All right, then let me ask you guys something. If women are so selfish, why do you both have fiancés?
Because we have smart women.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because what?
Yeah, I'm not saying all women are fucking selfish. I'm talking about. Listen, Maddie.
Majority.
When I talk, I don't know if like because you like to go to like the very like select few or like the special case or something. I'm talking about generally. Every time I talk, I speak
But
in
it makes it
generally.
seem like
No, he
no, I
said
know.
it's a
No, trust
Maddie.
me, I know. It's just that you have to. It's the words that you use.
No,
It's
but
the
Matt,
words
Matt,
that you
Matt,
use.
Matt,
It's not most. It's some.
Matt,
Because
Matt,
George, let me
Matt.
speak.
The
George, let me speak. Let me
majority,
speak.
the majority, bro, is like that. I don't know what rock you've been hiding
So
under,
what
but the
you? So
majority
you're
is like that.
saying? So you're saying out of 100, your girl is the one
No, not out of
that
100.
is
No, no,
good.
no, no, not the one. I'm saying out of 100, 70 are like that. Out of
So are
100,
like what?
70
Selfish.
fucking selfish.
I would beg to differ.
I mean, you could beg to differ, right? But again, I mean, we can even go back to the voting thing. The way women were voting in this past election was pretty damn selfish. At least the reasons they were giving for voting was pretty fucking selfish compared to the reasons that men were giving for voting, and what they were voting for was kind of more towards the prosperity of the nation. Um, I would probably argue when I say most, by the way, I'm not saying that 99 out of 100 would do a thing. I'm saying either 51 or above out of 100 would do this thing. That's what most means. It's like anywhere above half. And I would argue that more than half of, let's just say out of 100 women, probably more than 51 of those women like think selfishly and think about themselves first rather than like,
Um,
society
well,
or
if we
their
want to talk
boyfriends
about
or whatever.
statistics, 40% of men cheat on their women, while only 13% of women cheat on their men.
Okay, let's not blow up these statistics. It's actually
No,
around.
that is a real
No,
statistic. Look it
no,
up.
no. So it's actually around
40%
Wait,
of
wait, wait, wait,
men
wait, wait.
cheat on their woman. Only
But wait, hold up.
13% of women cheat on their men.
Yeah, the ones that get caught. But listen, I just want to tell
Wow.
you this. Go look up who's the one that asked for the divorce in the
Yes, I
relationship.
was just about to say that. Women by far initiate divorces more than men completely. And yeah,
80%.
and usually the reason,
80%
yeah, 80%, and usually the reason they give is like
selfish.
irreconcilable differences, which is like, "Oh, I just fell out of love, or I don't feel the same way I used to, or he just doesn't make me happy." Shit like this, and 80% of divorces are initiated by women, and those are the reasons they're giving. You can say that men are like they cheat more statistically. Yeah, sure, but that's because they admit to it more than women do. Because again, women are selfish and they're manipulative, so they would rather get away with it, and usually they do. Either they do, or they just like end up getting sick and tired of the dude they're cheating on, and just tell them out of the bat, and just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm cheating on you. Like for the most part, women are better at keeping shit secret than men are. Men, like I said, are more. I think they're better people. You know what I'm saying? Than women are, and I think men would probably have more of a likelihood of telling their partner out of guilt that they are cheating on them, which is why that number's so high compared to women. Women are fucking nasty creatures, and they know how to hide shit. They know how to be
Then
sly.
again, why do you both have fiancés?
Because again, Maddie, I'm saying this for the second time.
Bro, because
What?
not every girl's like,
Yes, exactly. I'm not
bro, you
saying
think that
100% of
every
females,
girl, we're
bro.
not saying every girl, bro. We're saying the majority. The
Yeah,
majority. There's some few, just like you go out and you don't find diamonds all over the floor. You need to fucking actually look for the diamond, all right?
yeah. Like
Like that's how it
But
is.
here's the thing: a diamond can't be formed unless it's put under pressure. So the pressure of
So what you're
people
saying
acting
is that
crazy
you
and acting
turn a
out turns them
hoe.
into a diamond.
No, wait. You can turn a hoe into a housewife.
Okay, but who or what
Wait,
turned
Maddie.
that
Do you think
person
you could?
into a hoe?
Wait, Maddie. Do you think you could turn a hoe into a housewife?
I think you could turn anybody that, doesn't have the not normal preference of a relationship into a housewife, house husband, whatever the case may be.
You think you could turn a square into a circle, buddy?
No, because that's physically impossible for the
Yeah,
shape.
it's logically impossible, right? It's the same thing with women. It's logically impossible to
I
turn a
don't
hoe
think
into a
so.
housewife. But either way, with that being said, let's move
Can you
on
explain that
because
to me?
well, no, wait, let's move on. We'll maybe we'll get back to it later on in
We'll
the
circle
episode.
back to this, buddy.
Yeah,
No.
let's see if we go back to it
No,
because we're
I have one
wait.
more
Okay,
thing. I have one more thing to say.
final thing because we got to move on the Reddit stuff.
Yeah.
Final thing.
Okay. Final thing is, Maddie, I don't understand your fucking train of thought. You think you're like this fucking white knight for fucking women? Dude,
It's
not
not
every
right, but the shit
dude,
you're
you're a
saying
fucking white
categorizes
knight, bro.
majority
You're
of
the type
women who
of
are
guy
dead.
that goes buys every fucking girl that for a fucking drink, you buy them a fucking drink. And don't
Dude,
tell
you
me
gotta
you
get a
don't.
new fucking mic. I can't understand shit you're saying,
Bro,
dude.
you go to a fucking club and any girl that tells you that she wants a drink, you get them a drink. You're that dude.
Me?
Yes, you.
No, I'm the dude
What
on
am I
the
talking
dance
to?
floor that's already shit-faced drunk waiting for my friends to come pick me up.
You're the dude. A girl goes like, buy me a drink, and you're like, sure.
Nah, bro,
You
you,
guys
you
not
got
play
me
after.
mistaken then, buddy. I'm not a buy me a drink type of person.
Of
I
course
don't do
not.
that shit. That shit ain't free,
But
bro.
do you think a woman would do you think any woman deserves for you to buy her a drink and for you to be chivalrous in that way?
I mean, she's nice, we're vibing, sure.
Um, what if she has 50 bodies, buddy?
Doesn't matter about bodies, like the example I gave
So
earlier.
you'll still buy her a drink?
Sure, if that could be my potential a mother of my kids and give me a happy life, sure.
All right. Well, I mean, I think a lot of the like a big aspect of women as well when it comes to like men and dating, because I feel like if I was still dating, I'd be the same way. Is like men are conquerors, or at least we used to be in the history of humanity. Conquerors, warriors, all that type of shit. If I had a woman and I knew that 50 other men conquered her, I would probably not want to be with that woman. But listen,
But then
there always
again,
has
the
to
guys
be
manipulate. They take advantage of her
50 times,
emotion.
brother. Come on, listen. Like I said, once,
Bro,
twice,
bro,
maybe
this
three
guy,
times.
bro,
All
this
right,
guy
cool. But
thinks that
50,
the men are the
cause
evil people, bro. This guy's a fucking feminist, bro.
But no, it's
bro.
not even that. It's just I hate the fact that a guy can have 100 bodies and then he talks to a girl
We
who
can
has
speak
20
on the
and then
differences. We can speak on the differences between body count between men and women, but we'll do that later on in the show. But regardless, the fact that you would excuse a woman having 50 bodies, and you would excuse that because men probably did that to her rather than her doing it herself. Listen, like I said, once, twice, maybe three times, fool me once type shit. 50 times that you've been manipulated by a dude, I think at that point you're arseloid and you should probably go to a mental asylum because something's wrong in that fucking brain of yours.
But that's my point, though, that in society now we view it as a woman. She's a hoe, she's a slut
Because that's what
because
it
she
is.
no, it's not. Because why is it you can have a high ass body count as a man? Oh, and you're
Yeah,
chilling.
yeah, but
Oh, he
you
bagged
so
a
okay,
lot of
so
bad bitches, but then she
if
does
a
it with 10
guy,
dudes and she's a hoe.
Wait, Maddie, so if a guy has a high body count, you'd call him a hoe?
Yeah, he's a fucking man
So
whore.
then you should say the same thing about a woman who has a high body count then.
But that's the thing. We don't really have a word for
I
guys.
understand
We
that,
every
but you should still call a woman a hoe then because that's your position, right? A woman with a high body count should be a hoe to you because a guy with a high
well,
body count is also a hoe.
I don't think somebody that has a high body count is a hoe.
But you just
I
told me
think
that a guy who
somebody
has a
that
high
goes
body
and
count is a
gets
hoe.
no, okay, no, because my thing is, why is it that we call a girl a hoe when she's got let's say 10 bodies and the guy only has 2,
Okay, so should
right?
we call a guy with 10 bodies a hoe? A man
No,
hoe?
what makes a person a hoe is if they every day, every whatever, they just straight up just go do it with random people and they don't care about they don't respect themselves and they don't really
So you're not
value
okay, so
themselves enough.
you're not a hoe so long as the bodies that you've racked up have been because you thought they were going to be relationships. That's your position.
Yeah, because how would it be fair to categorize somebody who thought that this person was going to be there forever,
Should we
and then they just
categorize
turned out to
them?
be the
Should we?
person to
Okay,
use them?
I think I know what to categorize those people as. We should categorize those people as fucking retarded. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but that's like the perfect word for it. Because if you're going out and you think 50 guys are gonna give you like romantic attention, and then it turns out that you're wrong, and you wanted to save yourself for marriage or some shit, or you wanted to like, you find sex to be something really sacred and shit like that, but you've given it to 50 guys thinking that they would give you a relationship, then yeah, you're fucking retarded at that point. Um, that's the only word. We're not gonna call them hoes, I guess we'll call them retarded. But either way, let's move on to the next thing. Oh well, actually, let's give our advice to this thing. Would you date a girl who reaches out to you after breaking up with her ex? I don't know if you guys even remember the thing,
Yeah,
but
we gave our answers in the beginning before we got trailed off.
did we?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll
at
move
least
on
I
to.
did. I don't know about George.
I don't know, George.
Oh,
Do we even give a
Well, what
fuck
is
about
it?
this at this point? Let's move on to Am I the
I don't
asshole?
give a fuck about that. Move on, bro. Fucking guy pissed me off.
what
Okay,
you
am I
saying?
the asshole? My girlfriend of 3 months invited her friend on our trip to meet my family. I'm having a very big moral dilemma with this one because right now I don't have anyone to talk about. You know what? Fuck this. Am I the asshole? We're going straight to the second dating advice because we've already stuck on that first one for a long ass time. So instead of 3, we'll do 2 today, guys.
Got you.
What's the green flag that made you think, wow, they're different? I see a lot of talk about red flags in dating, but let's flip it. What's a green flag that made you realize someone was different in a good way? Maybe it was something small like the way they treated a stranger, or something big like how they handled conflict. What's that one moment that made you think, wow, I need to keep this person around? We'll start with you, Georgie. What was, because you're the one with the girlfriend, or the fiance rather. What was the thing that made you think about your girl that was like, oh yeah, she, like that green flag that was like, yeah, she's I should keep her around.
The way she was the first time we went out, how
Easily
she dressed,
manipulated
how
by
she
your dog
behaved.
ass.
Always the fucking midgets with no fucking girlfriends, just their fucking hand to satisfy them.
Hey,
Bro, all you
I'd
do is
rather
fucking
have
grab
no
your
girlfriend
hand.
than be a
Bro,
hoe.
you have a hand. Dude, every time I ask Maddie, when are you, I'm not ready for it. Bro, this guy's
Yo,
gonna fucking die with 11 cats
Matt,
in his fucking house, bro.
Matt, next week, bro, let's both go to Walmart or Best Buy on our lunch break and get this guy a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
mic.
no, no,
My
no.
God.
G shit though, G shit. Next time we get paid, Georgie, I'm buying you a mic. I don't give a shit how
No,
shitty it
Yeah,
is.
I don't give a fuck,
let's all
bro.
go to lunch break together, go to that fucking Best Buy that's down the street and get this guy a mic. I
Yeah, I'm
can't
gonna
hear
buy him a
shit that he's
fucking little
saying.
mic
Alright, and
because
I'm fucking getting out of here then. Fuck would I be here?
I can hear you, George. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Maddie, but I can hear you. It's
And
just
it's his
muffled.
fucking mic.
It's just shitty, but I can still hear you.
Yo,
Whatever, I don't give a fuck.
this guy is upset right now.
Bro, cause you, the midget, bro, the fucking midget. This is me the
I think
fuck
you're just
off. Bro,
upset
you're a
because you
fucking
know that
virgin.
you're
You
wrong.
never even fucking tasted pussy in your life, bro.
Oh,
You
All
haven't
right,
even
well,
fucking
all
put a
right.
finger in there.
First of all, buddy, don't need to say shit like that. If you're upset, you can be upset. You don't have to say shit like that. All
But
right.
tell me, why do you hate men so much? Like, dude,
I
you
don't
have
hate
this
men. I
thing.
just hate the fact
Yes,
that
you
when we
do.
talked about doing this podcast, that 90% of the shit is about about bad women when you both have no reason to talk about bad women when you both have amazing women. It's not like y'all were around the
Bro,
street and you
dude,
had your
we're
hearts
talking
broken every
about what
other
we
fucking
see,
week.
bro. Like the women, the single women that are out there. That's what we're talking about. The ones that are stupid.
Okay, so you're telling me that you go on the street on the weekends or after work or before work on your free time, and you go up to any random girl, every single random girl, you take a note. Hey, what's your body count? Hey, what's your body count? Hey, what's your body count? Hey, what's your preference? This and that. No, you
But you don't
don't. So
need to
you
go
can't talk
anywhere, bro.
about that
You
shit.
don't need to go anywhere. TikTok, open up fucking YouTube, open up. You'll fucking see it. They
Okay,
do TikToks.
you
They go
of
on
all
TikTok.
people should know how
Hey,
the media
bro,
tells
listen.
bullshit
The
ass lies.
media, the media could do it coming out of the fucking horse's mouth. I don't need no man. I'm independent, strong. I got
Yeah.
11 kids and 11 and I'm looking for a new man that can take care of my 11 kids, bro. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? That's
Well, whose fault is it that she unfortunately put
herself,
her
bro.
trust
It's
into
her
a
fault.
fake man that she thought
It's
was a
her
real
fault.
man? No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's
Nah,
her
bro.
fault,
Nah.
bro.
So you're
It's her
telling me right
fucking
now,
fault.
tell me right now, if you, God forbid, knock on wood, I really hope it never happens. You and your girl, right? Let's say 10, 15 years in the future, y'all got 3 kids. You change, you cheat on her and you leave. And she says that same shit about you. Is she wrong? Is she a hoe for having 3 kids
No,
with you?
but listen, bro. You're not talking about that here. We're talking about fucking girls that have like 5 baby daddies, 3 baby daddies, bro. Like, come on, man.
Okay, there's different situations, but you got
There's
to be
different
specific.
situations,
My point is, you're not specific. You just generalize everybody. If you specify the
but we're
girl
not
with 10 baby
generalizing
daddies and
everybody, bro. This
the guy
fucking
with
guy,
10
bro.
baby
This
mamas, that's
fucking
understandable.
idiot, bro. Bro, you keep going back to the same thing that we've been telling you. Is not everybody. Is the majority.
Oh my God, the majority.
Yes, Maddie. Maddie, you never dated a girl. You don't. I don't.
Y'all have any friends that are
Bro,
girls?
no.
Then you don't fucking know what you're
Because when
talking
you're in a
about.
relationship, Maddie, when you're in a relationship with a fucking girl, you don't have girlfriends. Guys don't have girlfriends unless you're single and you just have friends that are girls and you know that one day you might hit.
Well, I'm friends with my homies and they all know that they can trust me with their girls.
Cause you're a
And they don't
fucking
have any
feminist
problems with
soy
me.
boy, fucking white knight, bro. Come on,
Maddie, I would trust you with my girl. Anything, bro.
buddy. I trust you, Maddie. I'll trust you with my
Dude,
fucking. I'll trust you with my cock and balls, buddy. Cause I know that you'll just treat that shit right. But, buddy,
What the
like
fuck?
the thing about it, bro. Listen, buddy. All I'm saying, cuz, is Maddie, you you're bro, you just have to start, bro. You gotta take the red pill, brother. I'm just saying, you gotta take the red pill, all right?
I did take the
bro.
red pill. Y'all
No,
took
you
the
didn't.
green pill.
The green
Nah,
pill.
you took the fucking rainbow pill, all right? I don't know what the fuck's going on with you,
For
man.
real, bro. Bro, you
Hey,
have
it's
this thing
2025, bro. I could take the
protecting
rainbow
women.
pill.
Much, bro. Like
That's from SpongeBob.
it's yeah, it is. But bro, but look, what I'm trying to say is, bro, that you are the type of person that doesn't give women accountability for any of their actions, bro. You blame the man.
No, 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 no. It's not that I don't give
Yes,
accountability. I do give accountability, but the thing is, we
Maddie,
also need to
Maddie.
talk about how the men are bad and they're the ones that
we'll
make the
we'll
women
talk
like
we'll talk
this.
about that. We'll talk about that.
No,
Let's
wait. I want to finish this. Hold up, Maddie.
go ahead,
How
finish.
is it?
Fuck it, no.
Listen, a man cannot grow a baby in his fucking balls, all right? And then say it's the girls. A girl needs to open her fucking legs and allow the man to fuck. If the man, look, back then, if you can look at statistics, because I know you love statistics, women used to not let men hit until marriage. Women used to actually make men wait months. And guess what, Maddie? It wasn't hoes.
You know what was even
You had to
better?
pay for
You know
hoes.
what was
You
even
had
better,
to
bro?
pay for
You
hoes.
know what was even better? Back in the day when women used to be hoes, they used to get stoned, like in the streets for that.
No. Now
Okay,
you're
we're
going
talking
extreme.
like thousands of years ago.
No, that's not thousands of years ago, bro. They used to do that shit back in the fucking Renaissance period, bro. If you were a woman who was a gossiper, or you were a woman who was a fucking adulterer, you cheated on your husband or some shit, man, they'd fucking parade you around that damn town with your fucking. I don't even want to be too graphic, but like with like weights on your fucking labia, like just pulling on that
Oh
shit.
my
But okay,
God,
no.
yes.
I'm sorry. I'm being too graphic. Either way,
Fuck.
they would parade you around and they would fucking stone you and shit. Like not too long ago, bro. Probably like a couple. I would say maybe like 500 years ago or some shit like that. Like all I'm saying, bro, is we used to be more tough on this shit, bro. But now it's like do as thou will, and women are fucking hoes now.
So just to not to make it sound like it's for an
That's not to
argument,
say that I think.
but
Listen, before you continue, Maddie. Let me just give a little disclaimer. That's not to say that I want women to be stoned. Okay, people are gonna fucking take that out of context. I do not want women to be stoned. It's just that back when we used to do it, it was probably a good idea. But
oh my God,
okay, no,
wow,
I'm
okay.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want women to be
My
stoned.
question,
This
all right.
guy's
So
Go
my
ahead, man.
question
bro.
was to not, and this is not for an argument. It's a genuine question. So you're saying, or are you saying? I don't want to say you're saying. Are you saying that today, a girl who has premarital sex, she's a hoe?
No, Maddie. No, Maddie.
Okay,
What
that's
we're
what I was
saying
asking.
is, Maddie, what we're saying is, if a girl is sure about the guy, sure, but make him fucking wait. Make the guy wait. My girl made me wait fucking 6 fucking months.
Oh my God, the world stopped
But
spinning for you, George.
no, but wait. It's not that the world starts spinning. It's a dude. Whenever I met a girl, the first fucking date, we were fucking.
Okay, then that just
So
shows the
if
type
it's
of guy
easy,
you are and the
but
type of girl she
the
is.
type of guy I am, Maddie, if you make it easy, remember the guy goes out with a girl, you find her cute, you find her attractive. Remember, her body gets your attention, her personality makes you stay. Now, if you see a girl that you're like, damn, she's hot, she's beautiful, and the first date she gives it to you, you're like, okay, so what the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck am I gonna do? She already gave me what I wanted. Let me
All
move
right.
on to the next one.
So, but if you also give it up,
Maddie, I'm giving
what
up
if she thinks
fucking
the same
dick, bro.
thing?
I don't give a fuck about my dick.
I know you
Maddie,
don't, you
I,
fucking
I
slut.
I hope you understand this, Maddie. Look, a girl's low body count means more than a guy's body count.
But I don't understand why society should. That's
All right,
my whole point is
we'll
that
get on that.
society
We'll get
shouldn't
on that.
see
We'll
it
get
that
on that.
way.
So look, let's
Fucking
get to the fucking Reddit post at hand.
Yes, sir.
What's the green flag that made you think, wow, they're different? Georgie, what is the green flag, buddy?
It was her attitude, how she was with everybody. Cause I mean, my girl has a fucking tough attitude, bro. She doesn't like to be taken advantage of
Your
by
girl's a
people.
sweetheart. What do you mean?
No, she's a sweetheart to people that
Hello,
she's okay with. She
Yeah,
doesn't
Maddie,
know.
you there, buddy?
hello,
Maddie,
This fucking guy now, fucking clowns.
fucking Maddie, you there, buddy?
buddies.
Dude, we hear you, you fucking clown. Bro, not everybody's
Maddie, you there, buddy?
Look who needs a fucking mic.
This guy needs better connection, bro. All right, anyways, George, continue. This man will come back in a minute.
Bro, it was the way she was, bro. The way she was with my family, with me, how I met her, her way she presented herself. She wasn't fucking showing her off her fucking body. Like she was wearing like fucking clothes that wasn't revealing to everybody. Um, she knew how to cook, clean, do all the housework, that a woman should. And that's what made me say, damn, like she might be the one. I said she might be the one, not even she's the one. I said she might be the one.
Hey, Georgie.
And then I got to know her more. Went on dates, and then we became official. And then she made me wait a long fucking time, the longest anybody's ever made me wait. And that's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, this girl, she's the one.
I'm not gonna lie,
This is
6
the
months
one.
really
George.
is nothing, though. I'll be honest.
Bro, for me, it's a lot.
Well,
And
I mean,
like,
yeah, considering how many fucking bitches you were with before that, shit.
exactly. It's a
George.
lot. What do you want, fucking little midget?
All right. First of all, shut up. Second of all, why is it you say it like this? This brings up a good point for me. Why is it you said I had to wait a long fucking time to
Bro,
get
because
some?
like I told you
Is that
before,
your angle?
because I was going on fucking dates with like different girls, right? I was trying to like just like I was actually looking for somebody like to actually build something with, and every fucking time I went on a date, it ended in sex. And I didn't. I mean, I wasn't gonna say no. I'm not. No man's gonna say
Oh,
no
but
to
you could have been a
pussy.
respectful man and just said no.
Respectful, Maddie. What the fuck?
You
You're
could have
gonna
respected
tell me
yourself.
you go out on a date with a girl. that's that's hot. You find attractive. It fucking turns you on, and she takes you back to her place. She gets naked, and you're gonna tell her, look, out of respect, I'm not gonna have sex with you, bro. What the fuck is that, bro?
That's called being a real fucking man, bro.
Bro, that's called being a fucking bitch, bro.
Yo, wait. Okay, that's it. Let's get back to the fucking topic at hand. Maddie, Maddie, let me. Maddie, let me ask you a question. Wait. Maddie, let me ask you a question. What would be a green flag in a woman that you would be like, oh, yeah, like she's definitely different. Like, you know, she's
If she has a cock.
You're so funny. Well, my green flags, bro. If I'm being honest, definitely family oriented, bro. That's
like she fucks her brothers and shit, or
I didn't say family incestuous. I said
I thought you meant like
oriented.
sexual orientation.
She's family oriented, bro. She has like 9 kids already.
Yeah. She has a big family. She has a big family.
Nah, but go ahead. I'm gonna stop. Go ahead, Mike.
No, definitely family oriented. That's for sure. Someone who likes to someone who's ambitious, bro. That she knows what she wants.
Do you
Like,
okay? Let me ask you a question. Do you like a career woman?
What is a career woman like?
Like
Let's
a
say
girl
she's
who's all about her job. Like she's all about her career type shit. Like she's gonna get like let's just say she wants to be a lawyer. She's gonna be the best lawyer. She's in her fucking books and shit. She's going to school for that. She's like dedicated to the job, dedicated to the motherfucking bag, like that type of shit. Like a girl like that.
I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't I want to be with someone who's successful and that can help me become personally and maybe
I think this fucking guy. I think Maddie is like the type of guy who wants to be a house husband. He wants to be a house husband. I can see it already. This man wants to date a very
There's
rich
nothing
woman.
wrong with it. Wait, hold up. There's nothing wrong with it. But just asking, do you like girls with dicks?
All right, and let me ask you a question, George. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Wait.
Look, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a girl that has a career. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. But the day you have kids, what are you gonna do?
I don't know, George. You tell me, because your girl's got a better fucking.
Okay, wait.
Bro.
Okay. We'll touch on this later. We'll touch on this later. Definitely a good topic. Career orientated
right
women.
now in my no spot. Now I have to defend myself.
No. Listen. We'll move on. Listen, Maddie. You gave me 2. Okay, you gave me that she's like ambitious or whatever.
Family oriented
and family oriented. Okay, so
ambitious. Yeah.
You have another one? Like one more? Let's do one more.
Definitely. What's the word? Like she's very. I don't know what the word is, but like it's a word for somebody who
masculine.
Not shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Someone who knows what they want, like out of everything. Like
she's confident.
She knows she wants not confident. Like she knows she wants a relationship. She wants kids. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. She knows, and she's gonna do it, and that's what she has her mindset to. So I guess ambitious. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess ambitious.
Do you let me? Okay, you know what? Actually, okay. So you gave your green flags. Georgie gave his green flags. Let's move on to the next topic of the day. We are done with the Reddit for today, so we'll move on to the next thing. I just want to kind of make it known that you know, in the spirit, because tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is International Women's Day. And I think
Saturday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, but I post this on Friday, so for them it'll be tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow for you guys, it'll be International Women's Day. I hope you guys celebrate that very well. You know, take your mothers out, because obviously, another fucking holiday to celebrate your mother and your fucking sister and your girlfriend. Another fucking day. How beautiful, right? Anyways, fuck women. They're annoying as shit, and they're the fucking reason for the problems in this world. Feminism is fucking garbage. I fucking hate women. Women fucking suck. They're the fucking problem.
This guy, bro.
Break up with your girl then if she's the problem, bro.
No, because I got her on a leash. It's different. She's actually like...
Oh, my goodness.
Yo, you see this, Maddie, and then you say I'm bad.
No. Yeah, no, you're just an asshole, and you have no filter. This man is way fucking worse, though. I don't understand. How does your girl listen to you say this shit?
and be okay
because
with
she
it.
lives in, number one, she's on a leash. Number two, she lives in reality where she understands that women today are not like women in the past where they actually deserved gentlemanly behavior and chivalrous behavior. Women today do not deserve all this fucking shit. Most of the women you come across have been come inside of fucking 30 times plus, all right? And I don't think women like that deserve fucking me to open the door for them or for me to take a bro. Just imagine I'm like a man, right? And my duty is to protect, and I fucking jump in front of a bullet for a fucking woman, and then it turns out she had like 30 bodies. Get the fuck, bro! I really jumped in front of a bullet for a fucking whore to live.
Why I don't understand? Because all right, now we're getting back into it.
Okay, wait, no, wait, okay, wait. Before we get into it, so yeah, it's International Women's Day. Hopefully you guys have a good International Women's Day. Fuck International Women's Day. I think, to be honest with you, we should have a Men's Day. But even if we did have a Men's Day, people wouldn't give a fuck. We probably do have a Men's Day right now. People don't give a shit though. That's fine though. It is what it is. All right, so for the first topic of today, I suppose we can talk about you know what? Fuck it, Maddie. What was it the thing that you had to say, buddy? Let's get right into it. Fuck it.
Why is it?
Okay, wait. Sorry.
Bro.
I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. I apologize for interrupting you again.
No, you're good, buddy. You're good. Why is
wait.
it, bro,
Okay,
that-
wait. I have to say something real quick before we continue.
Go ahead.
I was kidding about the hating women part. I'm obviously joking. I don't hate women. I don't think women are terrible. They're more terrible than men though, but they're definitely not
Oh,
terrible.
my
Okay, so
He gets worse, bro. He gets worse.
sorry.
I
Okay.
don't understand. He digs himself into a deep ass hole, puts a little dirt, stands, and then digs that shit even deeper. I don't understand.
All right. But so Georgie, or sorry, not Georgie. Maddie, go ahead, buddy.
I genuinely can't understand.
Go ahead.
I genuinely can't understand how or why you guys are so headstrong on a woman's body count, defining her as a woman when it's easier and it's way worse and higher for the men's body count.
Okay, so you want to know the difference between men and women in body counts?
There's no difference. Yes, we go inside of them, but here's the difference. We manipulate them more into it. Like a girl won't be in the mood. Like, no, baby, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to. He's like, no, it's okay. I just really thought this and that. It's okay. You don't have to if you don't want to, if you're uncomfortable. She's like, no, I'm not uncomfortable. I just don't. He's like, no, it's fine, whatever. And then she feels bad, and then she gives it up because he fucking manipulated her.
Well, I mean,
in
you
that
don't
type
think
of
you don't
situation.
think that like in a marriage that there is a duty for you to give sex to your partner? You don't
Well,
have
you're
a
in a
duty.
fucking marriage, of course.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I would say that people shouldn't have sex outside of marriage, but in a marriage, you have a duty to have sex with your partner, right?
100%.
All right,
the
bet.
point.
So
You get
then,
married, have kids
so
and
yeah,
everything.
so then you have no basis for this. When I'm talking about women who are having sex like that, bro, we're talking about hookup culture, all right? We're not talking about in the terms of a relationship.
No, I hate hookup culture 100%. I hate when I see dudes.
Yeah, but this is why women have high
bragging
body
about
counts.
it.
Do you
Dude,
think
this
women
is
have high
why
body counts
women
because
have
they're
high
in fucking
body
relationships?
counts.
They have high body counts because it's fucking hookup culture, bro. They're not because they're in fucking relationships.
Okay, some of them. Here's the word. We got to use some of them.
Most of
And
them.
the same
You don't
shit.
think most of
Okay,
them?
then most men too. Most men too,
Of
bro.
course, but that's why we're getting to the point where it's different between men and women. The body count thing is not the same between men and women.
Because the men take advantage more of the women.
No, because then
No,
it
they
would be looked at
don't.
even worse. If that was the case, then people would look at men even worse than they do already.
So let me ask you something then. Let me ask you this. And this is real, bro. Y'all can look this up and I'm sure y'all have seen it. Why is it there's so many things for women when they go to a bar or a club that they have certain types of nail polish, certain types of cup covers, certain types of things to put in their drink to test if it was roofied.
Yeah, but
And
those
all
are
this shit
crimes,
because they're
bro. We can
afraid
talk.
men.
But
We can talk about grape
Okay,
and
that
but
shit.
it's
doesn't
the
happen that
same
much.
shit. It's the
Yeah, but
You do know
same
that's-
shit.
Bro,
wait,
we're
wait,
talking.
wait, wait,
We're
wait,
talking
wait, wait,
about.
hold up. But wait.
Go ahead,
You do
Georgie, go
know
ahead.
more men get raped than women?
Graped,
You do know that, right?
graped or S8, buddy.
Raped. They get more S8 than women. You do know that, right? That's a statistic.
I would love to see that statistic.
Look it up. Fucking go on Google.
No, you fucking go look somewhere else
I'm
other
telling
than
you
Google,
where to
bro.
look. Go on. Tells you right there.
No, bro, I think that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard because it's easier
That's the
for a man
stupidest
to do
thing,
that
bro.
than a
Stupidest
woman.
is not even a word, bro. But go look it up. Fucking, bro. This guy, bro. He wants facts. I tell him where to look, and he's like, oh, I don't believe it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're pulling
Hey, man,
facts
there's
out
a
of your
dick
ass.
in your mouth. sucking on it, bro. Shut up,
You know,
bro.
you have a nasty habit of not being able to be proven wrong. You turn into like a 12-year-old bitch.
Bro, but I'm telling you
Okay?
where to look. You say prove it. I'm like, okay, go on Google. Search it up. You're like, no, bro. What the fuck you mean? I'm telling you where to go. The fuck?
Look, regardless of that, even if we grant that most grapes happen to women, that's just a crime. All right, I wouldn't even attribute that. Like, if a woman told me I have been graped 30 times, I wouldn't be like, oh, she has a body count of 30, she's a whore. Like, obviously, fucking not, Maddie. But I'm saying that if, like, we're talking about consensual sex here, a woman having sex with a man 30 times consensually, because that's what body count entails, then yeah, bro, she's a fucking whore, and it's different for a guy than a girl. Like,
But I don't understand why it should be. That's my whole point is, why is it in society we have to see a girl as a
I
slut or a
mean,
hoe
you can
because she has 30
feel
bodies, but then the guy has 40?
that it's unfair, and that like, oh, you can like shed a tear because women are treated unfairly in this world, but that's just how the world works, bro.
But when it comes to sexuality, well, not anything else. I mean, other things, yeah, but when it comes to sexuality, that's when they are degraded the most in society, and they're seen so poorly. When at the end of the day, the man also added a mark on his tally.
I mean,
He's
yeah,
like, oh,
again,
bagged another
it's
one.
different between men and women when it comes to body count, though. It's
Bro, this
perceived
guy.
differently. That's just how society and the world works. It's like,
Exactly, which
yeah,
is what I'm saying sucks.
yeah. I mean, you could say it sucks, but there's a reason why it's different. There's a reason why it's perceived differently. There are
Yeah,
reasons to
because
this.
men, we hype each other up over that stupid shit. And unfortunately, women, some hype them up, but most of them won't. And then the men also jump on that bandwagon and also put them down over that shit. But a guy can go
Again,
fuck 100,000 girls. Oh,
dog,
he's a
cause
stud. He's a king.
it's different between men and women. There's a different connotation that you give to a woman who has a really high body count than to a man who has a really high body count. And these things, they have reasons behind them. Number one, um, fucking, it's harder, generally speaking, for a man to get sex from a woman than it is for a woman to get sex from a man. Would you agree with that?
No, because if you say it's easier for a woman to get sex from a man than a man to get sex from a woman, that's kind of an oxymoron. Because if it's easier for her to get 10 guys, then it's just as easy for the 10 guys to get her. It's
Yeah,
the same shit.
think about this. In that example you just gave, that woman got 10 guys, and each of those 10 guys got one woman. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think it would be more likely for that girl to get 10 guys, or for one of those guys to get 10 girls? Which one do you think would be easier?
Uh,
Be real. Don't fucking just say something to be
I mean,
contrarian.
in the reality of it, yeah, it is easier for a woman to gain multiple sexual partners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you think, logically speaking, it would be easier for a woman to gain or to get 10 sexual partners at once versus a man to get 10 sexual partners at once, right?
I suppose.
Yeah, so that would logically make sense. I think even George would agree that it would be easier for a woman to do that. Now,
Women are easier, bro. Bro.
It's
You can
not
have
that
the
they're
biggest,
easier. It's
ugliest
easier to
bitch.
say yes to a hungry dog
No,
than it is
bro.
to a
Listen, bro.
full puppy.
Oh my god, bro. Listen,
Oh, you listen.
an ugly
An
bitch
ugly
can
woman, not a
go
bitch. Ugly
and find a
woman.
man that would fuck her. An ugly dude will have to fucking pay a bitch more than $1,000 to be able to fuck.
yeah, bro, I've seen
Damn,
some
that's why you
fat
don't have any
bitches.
money, buddy.
I've seen some fat bitches on YouTube and shit. Oh fuck, my voice cracked.
And they
I've seen
got
some
babies
fat,
and everything,
bro,
bro.
some fat bitches on YouTube that be OnlyFans models, and they be getting dicked up and shit in their OnlyFans, and they be going to clubs and like talking about how many NFL players they've been fucking and NBA players. This is not the same for men, man. Like, I'll tell you one thing. Most women can probably achieve sex from like somebody like fucking Dwayne Wade or I mean, he's married, but I mean, I don't know how much he gives a shit about that. But either way, like an NBA player, like somebody of high status like that, if you're a good enough looking woman, you could probably get sex from one of those NBA players. You don't even have to be good looking. You be a fat bitch and get an NBA player to fuck you because you're a woman. But for a guy, if like me, if I was single, if I stepped to Angel Reese, I don't know if y'all know who that is, but if I stepped to Angel Reese, who's a WNBA player, she is fucking completely rejecting me 30 times over, as she will reject most people who work with us, who live near us, our neighbors. She'll reject most of them motherfuckers because it's just different playing fields, dog. women fuck people who are higher than them in the scale of 1 to 10. Men fuck whoever they can because it's a lot harder for men to have sex with women, right? So when a man has sex with multiple women, he has a high body count. There's obviously something right that man is doing. Like that guy, there's something.
What?
I'm saying, okay, no, that came out wrong. What I'm saying is that when a guy is fucking multiple women or he has a high body count,
Whore.
there is something about that guy that all those women are like super like they respond to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really hard for a guy to get females to have sex with him versus a woman to have a bunch of dudes fuck him. It's much easier. So when you look at a woman who's like, oh, I fucked 30 guys, it's like number one, it wasn't difficult for you to obtain that. Number two, you just gave that pussy up like nothing. So like,
For real, bro.
it's
That's
not
what I was
that.
trying to tell him
Yeah,
earlier.
it's not that you got something about you that's like fucking like that's like different or like important or some shit. You got some status or some money or some shit. It's just that you're a female who probably looks average and could get it from most guys, and most guys would probably give it to you. Like that's just what it is. On top of the fact,
It's...
go ahead, Maddie. You were gonna say something?
No. I didn't mean to interrupt with my giggle. I want you to finish.
No, you're
My
chilling.
bad.
Another
Fucking
reason,
feminist.
another reason, which would be like more of like a historical reason, in the history of mankind, men were the ones who spread their seed, all right, and women were the ones who got pregnant by a man, obviously. Majority of the time, bro, or when you think about biology, women are pregnant for 9 months out of the year. You know what I'm saying? At that point, bro, she's not really able to get pregnant for multiple dudes like that. But dudes can get multiple girls pregnant. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to have a 9-month waiting period before they can get a girl pregnant again. They can get as many females pregnant as they want. And if we look at another reason, back in the day before we had paternity tests today we live it easy. Like we can just test our babies and make sure them babies are ours. But back in that and like the day when they didn't have fucking paternity tests, men had to just like hope and pray that baby was theirs, bro. And if a woman was fucking hella dudes, you don't know who the fuck the daddy is for that shit, for that baby. You have no fucking idea. That could be any of the fucking 10 guys that she's fucked. That could be their baby, whoever the fuck. But you don't even know. That's another reason why it's fucking nasty. Because one of the worst things a guy can go through is raising a child who he thinks is his, but is not actually his. And then you fucking realize that shit 6 years down the line, that baby that you've been raising for the past 6 years is not actually your baby. That's why
it happens a lot, bro.
And it happens a lot. Like there's no way that a woman can can be pregnant and be like, I don't know if this baby is mine. Like, no, bitch, it's coming out of you. Like, obviously it's your baby. You know what I'm saying? But a dude, you don't get that same assurance. It's not like, oh, I got this girl or this girl's pregnant. We had sex, so 100% of the time it's mine. Like, no, like shit could happen. She might have cheated on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. That could not be your baby. Like, it could be or it couldn't be. There's always that possibility. But for a woman, she's pregnant, that's always going to be her baby, bro. So, like, down to our fucking hardwiring, men are always going to find that shit disgusting when a woman has a high body count. It's just the way we're hardwired.
I want to ask something to Maddie.
Yeah, go ahead.
What, George?
Maddie, so right now you meet a beautiful girl. She has 3 kids by 3 different dads, 3 different baby daddies. Are you going to date her because she's really into you?
Well, I've already established that I wouldn't want my next or first relationship to come with kids. It has nothing to do against not wanting to
Or
be
why not?
with a single mother. It's just, I wouldn't want that type of
all right. Let
pressure
me
and
ask you another
responsibility in a
question.
first relationship.
Let me ask you another question. If you meet a girl and she's had 11 guys hit in 2 years, are you gonna date her?
Body count doesn't matter, bro, because the same way she's out having sex is the same way I could have been. So what's the difference? I could even have a higher body count than her. Why would it matter?
So
Yeah,
right
but
now you're walking, right? You're walking with her, and then 3 of the guys that fucked her are like, "Oh, dude, I used to fuck your girl."
I mean, if she still talks to people like that and she's still with them, obviously she's not the
She
right
ain't
type
with
of
them,
girl to be
yeah,
around.
but
you
it
just
doesn't.
crossed them on the street.
It doesn't give you some sort of disgust feeling when you know that there have been 5, maybe
11
10,
dicks in there.
yeah,
that came
10
in there,
other
bro.
dudes who were able to pipe your girl. Like
It's the same way. Would your girls be disgusted if you guys
well,
had
no,
35
because
bodies?
again, I've already explained this to you. We see it differently. Most of the time, like for the most part, generally speaking, women would look at that. Like, for example, a guy who has a high body count, a woman would look at that and be like something in this guy is attracting this many women. I'm curious to find out what that is. To find out what that thing that is attracting all these women is. Versus if a woman had it, it's like, bro, that's fucking nasty. Usually guys think of that shit as nasty rather than like,
You want to know
oh,
something?
she got something.
They have interviewed women on the street, Matt. The women that you're protecting, they've interviewed them, and they said, "Would you rather have a virgin, or would you rather have a guy with a high body count?" Guess what the answer was, Maddie?
I listen before you even continue.
No,
after my
guess what
response,
the answer to the question
no,
before you
let me
continue.
explain. Let me tell you. I already know what the answer will be. Of course, every guy would want a virgin girl because he would want to be
No,
the
they
one to
asked
take it
the
from her.
they asked the girls,
Oh,
what would you rather have, a virgin or a guy with a high body count? A guy.
I'm pretty sure they all said guy with a high body count
Exactly.
because they don't care. So why should we?
No, it's
They
not.
don't
It's not that
care?
they don't care.
They do care. You know
Yeah.
what they said? Dude, that I have to teach everything to.
Yeah, it's not that they don't care. It's that they find a high body count to be attractive. Because again,
More attractive.
it's harder for a dude to get women to fuck him. So if there's a lot of girls fucking this one dude, there's got to be something about this one guy that a bunch of these women are choosing to fuck him. Rather,
Listen, this is something that is true, and this is why there's homewreckers. Whenever you look, this happened to me several
Well,
times.
there's homewreckers
Whenever I
because
was
sometimes men get weak and they're
no,
stupid.
bro, listen. A lot of times, women want a guy that's already taken, because women are like that. Women want what they can't have.
That goes for
So
men as well.
multiple times I was single, not even a fucking look my way. As soon as I got a girl, they were all looking my way. Why? Because they wanted what they couldn't have. Women like that stuff.
Who would want your ass? But that's a little
But
different.
a
story.
lot.
Yeah, because you're fucking Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
I mean, he's
I'm
been
not
with
Ryan
like
Reynolds,
he's been
bro,
with
but I
like
know-
like oh shit, sorry, wait, like eight
Been with
people.
fucking 9.
Yeah, he's been with like
Bro,
8 people.
but listen,
I mean, you know.
listen,
Whore.
bro.
Or, sorry, 9.
I don't care. Call me a whore, bro. But listen,
Fucking slut.
out of every fucking girl that saw me when I first started, bro, nobody. The first one that I did it with, bro, she was like, "Oh, you're a virgin." Like, yeah, I'm a fucking virgin, bitch. But after that, bro, every girl started hearing, "Oh, this dude. Oh, damn, this dude he's pretty good," because they talk among themselves. They talk about themselves. Dude, you get references. I even told my friends, yo,
Okay,
put
Johnny Sins, drop your
ratemydick.com
ego a
and
little
I'll
bit,
be on
bro.
the top of the page. Maddie, if there was a website called ratemydick.com, you will be at the bottom of the fucking list.
And I'm perfectly fine with that because you know what? I don't care because when I meet my person, hopefully it's my person for life, and we experience and learn together.
Maddie, but
and
when are you gonna
that's
meet your
it.
person for life, bro? You're like 24 years old already.
And
Dude, what are you waiting for? Your fucking 30s?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not looking, but I'm not looking. I'm chilling right now, bro.
The fuck does that mean? I'm not looking, but I'm not. The fuck is that?
That I'm chilling, and whatever happens, happens, bro.
Dude, but nothing's gonna happen if you don't fuck.
Well, maybe because I don't care. I'm
Then
chilling,
you're gonna
bro.
be
I'm
single
living my
forever.
life.
You're gonna, dude. You wanna know? Look, this is your future. If you keep going this way, this route, right? You're gonna end up taking care of a girl with a fucking kid.
And if it comes to that age, then you know what? If I'm ready for it, and I'm able to be
I
financially
can't do that.
responsible and
I
everything,
can't
then
take care
fine.
of another girl's kid. I can't.
All right, then okay.
But Maddie, I don't understand your mindset. You're supposed to remember this. The man is the prize. There's more women in the world than men. Usually, how it works when there's less of something is worth more. When there's more of something is worth less. You know that, right?
Okay, but here's the thing. There's also a lot of oil that hasn't been struck, but yet it's worth a lot. So all I have to do, and what a lot of men have to do, is just keep digging in the right spot, and then you'll be able to get your prize.
Dude, but a lot of the oil right now has been fucking hit.
It's not too that is that's a good joke. That's a good joke. But no, but my point does make sense. There's a lot that hasn't been discovered, but when you look in the right place and you actually do what you got to do, then that's when you find it and you strike gold. That's when you strike the oil.
Maddie, do you think it was easier for your grandparents' generation to find a good girl, or do you think it's easier for us to find good girls?
If I'm being honest, bro, I don't know because I didn't live back in the 20s
Okay,
and before.
if you could think, like, just hypothetically speaking, whatever.
Bro, this is common sense.
Yeah,
right
just out of your own brain, whatever you could be wrong, that's fine, but what is your thoughts? Like, what do you think?
I don't know, bro, because the thing is, I can agree that in today's society, the whole hookup culture and everything, and that sex doesn't mean what it used to.
Yeah, so if
That
you
goes
had to,
everything.
I got a gun to your fucking head, you have to answer. Do you think it's easier for your grandparents' generation or for our generation to find good women?
I think it
I
was
said
in our.
grandparents.
I mean, yeah, because if you think
Bless
about
you.
it, in the baby boom. Thank you. In the baby boomer era, everyone had their good women and
No,
good
no,
men.
that's our
It's
parents'
because
generation. We're
women
talking about.
respected themselves, bro. They were
Parents'
taught to respect
generation.
themselves and
Actually, no,
their men.
that was the grandparents' generation. Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah, how old are your parents, bro?
there's a reason
Bro.
why it was better back then though. Because
Hey,
women
no
Because
had
social
women have
media, no
self-respect.
not all the
women
bullshit
had
we have now.
Let me tell you the main reason why, George. I mean, Maddie, you ready for this? Because women had lower body counts. Oh my god.
Not even that. They had self-respect.
Yeah, and that would entail lower body counts because a woman who has
Exactly.
self-respect
Oh my
wouldn't give her
God.
body to everybody.
Dude,
You know,
listen to this. A girl that's always in the club, that girl has a high body count.
Bitch is the town bicycle.
not
Like, come on.
necessarily, not necessarily.
What do you mean not necessarily?
A girl that's always in a club, no.
Always
That
in the
doesn't
club?
necessarily mean.
That's every weekend, bro. Going out with her friends every weekend to the club. That girl doesn't have a high body count.
Hey, every 2 weeks I go to a club with my friends and I don't have a high body count and neither do they.
Because you're a
No, I know
fucking
you don't
dude,
have a high
bro.
body
You're a
count.
dude.
I know you don't have a high count. But how
I
do
know
you
that's
know
what
they
I
don't have
said.
a high body count? Do you go with them home and you sleep over?
I have conversation with my friends and they're all in happy, loving relationships.
Yeah, but did they
Okay,
have
but
a
that's
dude
their
who fucked
they
her
have a
before that?
man.
I don't know. I don't talk about my friends.
Because they're not gonna like, what's that fucking shit called? They're not gonna tell you something like that's gonna make them look bad because they know that if they fucking were to tell you that they have 7 bodies, they're probably not gonna look too good at that point. They're probably gonna look like fucking sluts. Maybe not to you because you're like a white knight who will still say she's a good girl because I don't know, she's just a good girl because she's a girl.
It's
But
not because she's a girl. It doesn't matter about body count. Body count
okay,
Maddie, body count
is body
matters,
count. That has
bro.
nothing to do with somebody's quality.
at the very least, can you say that their self-respect is low as shit if they do have a high body count?
Say it again.
Can you at least say that a woman, the higher the body count, the lower the self-respect? Can you at least say? Oh, okay, then I don't know what the.
You want to know something?
I don't know.
Why
what
is
to tell
it?
you.
Why is it? Wait. Why is it that strippers feel ashamed? Why is it that female porn stars feel ashamed and they say that they regret the decisions?
You want me to
Why
tell
is
you
that?
why? You want me to tell you why? Because
Why? Yeah.
I've actually seen videos of them after they leave the industry, and it bothers me so much. It's because they have such obviously, the main shit is the women, right? That's what
A
every
man doesn't care, bro. A man doesn't care. A man will fuck
he
a
he
bitch
looks
and he
he
won't
looks at
care
all
if
the
it's
women.
out there.
That's why at the top charts is always women.
Yes.
And when she leaves, she can't go back living her life because everybody talks shit about her when all she was doing was making more money than them, becoming
So
successful
you don't
or
think
taking
successful.
dicks.
you don't think the sentiments that we see women who do sex work or like pornography and shit like that, you don't think that is like granted or like it's like understandable?
I mean, shit, bro. If I was hot enough and I had a nice body and I was able to do an OnlyFans and I make hella bread and keep my ass at home, buy my own house and whatever and everything, fuck, I do that shit every fucking
but
day.
do you think that would
So
be
you
a
would be with an
good?
OnlyFans girl?
Yeah, do you
You
think
would
that?
date an OnlyFans girl?
I mean, there's different types of OnlyFans girls. There's the
Okay,
girls.
so a girl that's selling her pussy, like her pussy pictures, but she's not having sex with guys. But every guy, like a million dudes, have seen her naked, have seen her pussy and everything. You would date her?
Why would that matter to me if she's with me now? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Y'all like to reminisce on the past. If she's with
The
you in the moment
past?
and you're the only person then and
Okay,
there
okay,
that
but
she's
you
with,
dude,
don't
no,
think the
let me
a
past
finish. Let me
you don't
million
finish.
think the
Let me
past
dudes.
finish. Let
matters?
me finish.
You don't think the
Let
past
me
matters?
finish, please. I'm sorry.
You don't think the past matters?
No, the past doesn't matter because if the past mattered, then you wouldn't. Then you know what? You're the problem. because there's a reason it's the past.
Okay, let me
You
ask
don't
you a
dwell
question.
on
Let
the
me ask you a
mistakes you
question.
made. They make you the person who
Okay,
you are
let
today.
me ask you a question. If a woman were to decide to not even give a guy a second date because she found out that that guy had been with 3 other women and he cheated on each and every one of those women, you think that that would be a bad thing for her to do because she shouldn't
No,
worry about the past?
that's a very respectable thing for her to do,
But
because
why though?
why would she want to get with somebody that's cheated?
Yeah, why would a guy want to
Bro,
get with somebody
it's
who's
a
fucking
one-way
shown her
street.
body everywhere?
That's not cheating.
That's pretty
fuck
sexually
man.
immoral though.
Bro, no, hold on. So right now you're with a girl. You're dating a girl. She has an OnlyFans account, and she's sending nudes and masturbating in front of a fucking dude who paid her. That's not cheating?
If I'm with her, yes.
But that's what I fucking asked you
Okay, but
earlier.
is it sexually immoral?
Dude, aren't you a
Sexually
fucking
immoral.
Christian?
Yeah, to you in your worldview because you're a Catholic, Maddie. Is that sexually immoral for a woman to masturbate in front of a camera for money?
Of course, in my religious aspect, yes.
No,
In my
no, no, no.
religious point of view.
But your religious point of view dictates your world point of view, does it not?
Yes.
Okay, so with your religious point of view, which is your worldview, you would have to say that OnlyFans, sex work, all that bullshit is immoral, sexually immoral.
100%.
And
But then
so
also we're
is
taught to
eh,
forgive and to not reminisce on the past,
so then why
because the
should a
Lord
woman
has doors to open.
not forgive and not reminisce on the past when she's dating a dude who had 3 other women who he cheated on? Why would that not be
Because
the same?
there's a difference between physically cheating and being with a girl, and behind your back she's selling nudes and doing all this shit. There's a difference between, if I get with a girl and the last 3 guys she got with, she's cheated on them with their best friend. I'm not going to be with that. I don't want my heart broken.
All right,
But
I
then
have a
there's a
question
difference
for
between
you.
being with a girl and behind my back she's selling, nudes
Okay,
and doing all
that's
these
fine. So
videos and shit. That's different.
if a woman were to be dating a dude and she's like on the second date, she chooses not to go on any more dates because this guy was a former porn star who fucked girls for money on camera, and she didn't want to be with a guy who did that based off of that in his past. Do you
That
think
she
that she
shouldn't have
has a
gone
right?
even on the first date.
Do you think that she has a right to do that though? Do you think that she's right to do that?
To not go on a third date.
Yeah, because she found out that he was a former porn star who had sex with women on camera.
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of stupid for anyone to go on a first date with somebody like that they find that immorally wrong. That's
Okay,
their
yeah,
problem.
okay. So my fault. She found out on the first date. On the first date, she found out. She didn't want to go on any further dates because of that fact that she found out. Do you think that that's wrong?
No, I don't think that's wrong,
Okay, so why wouldn't it be wrong for a dude to do the same?
because not all dudes think the way you guys do.
Yeah, but
What
I'm
the
saying
fuck,
if a
bro?
dude
fuck?
were to be with a
That's a
girl,
woman.
if a dude were to be with a girl and he decides not to see this girl or not to like pursue this girl because he realizes she had an OnlyFans, would be a problem for him to do that?
No, not necessarily. But here's the thing: I'm talking about my personal preference and my
Dude,
personal point
you're
of
a
view.
cuck.
Not listen, bro, and you're a fucking bitch. Okay, how about that? How about that?
Dude, how am I a bitch? I'm telling you, like a man. I'm telling you, man to man, bro.
Man,
Dude, how can you not fucking see what's wrong with your
okay, so let me
fucking
ask you something,
view?
George. Let me ask you something. Your girl right now, your beautiful fiance that you guys have a great relationship right now.
Don't even
And
ask,
she
bro. He's
had a
gonna say he's gone, bro. Like that. Don't even ask
I
George.
will.
right now. She
If I
she
find
tells you
out, if I find out she had 11 bodies, bro, I'm gone.
why?
Because that's disgusting.
Just because it's two more than you.
Yes,
You don't see a problem in that.
dude. I have my
Why is it
fucking
she can
thing.
accept you and
Listen.
that's okay, but you can't accept her, and that's
Because I am a fucking man.
no, you're not a fucking man. A real man wouldn't care about a woman's past. He
All right.
would
What?
care
Okay.
about
Wait.
the now and the future.
What about me? What about me, Maddie? What if I found out my girl used to have an OnlyFans and I
Oh
dumped
God,
her for that?
are you kidding me? You would keep her locked in the dungeon.
No, no,
but
no,
this
no,
time
no,
you
no,
would
no.
only feed her once a week.
No, listen.
Bro,
maybe
Maddie's
in
not
the
a Christian or a
maybe
fucking
like
Catholic.
maybe like 700 years ago, I'd put her in my fucking dungeon and stone her until she fucking bled out or something. But
You would have loved that era,
we're
wouldn't
living in
you?
modern times today, so unfortunately I can't. Okay, listen,
Unfortunately,
listen. I'm playing. I don't want to fucking stone women. Okay, I'm just kidding. But listen, Maddie.
Unfortunately.
But listen, Maddie. If it was the case that I found out that my girl used to do OnlyFans, and I dumped her for that. Would I be wrong for dumping her for that?
I mean, y'all should talk about it, but I don't think
No.
it
Oh,
would be-
this
No,
fucking
but
guy,
would I be
bro.
wrong for dumping her for that?
Maddie will go to fucking therapy, bro, to fix his fucking marriage.
He'll go to marriage
Of
counseling.
course, because if you truly love something, it's worth fighting for.
Maddie, you do
and
know
wanna come to
fucking
common
therapy
grounds to
doesn't
make
work,
it
right?
work.
Yeah,
You do
but
know
What?
marriage counseling doesn't work, right?
All right, well, you know what? I'm a big person that communication
People,
is
look,
key.
listen.
wait,
the
Maddie,
statistics.
wait.
I'm gonna Google it right
real,
now.
real
and I'm
quick,
gonna
real
tell
quick,
you.
George. Before you say that, like, if I found out that my woman, my girl right now, my fiance, if I found out that she had a body count of 12, and I dumped her for that, am I wrong for doing that because I shouldn't worry about the past?
100%.
I'm
Because
wrong
she's
for
with
that.
you now, right?
I'm wrong for that.
Yes, because she's with you now. She accepts you for your flaws, and you accept her for hers. So why is it that specific? And I don't want to call it a flaw, but that specific thing is what makes or breaks the relationship in your eyes.
Well, because number one,
Well, I know from your point of view.
yeah, number one, she lied to me about it in this instance. But let's just say she didn't lie to me. Let's say she that I found out at the beginning of our relationship. I don't want a woman, because again, I'm a man, so whatever I have is my property. If I know that 13 other dudes have stuck their penis in my property, I would probably think that would be disgusting, and I wouldn't want to be with a woman who I look at and think
Fucking white
and
knight.
am disgusted by that. Like, I look at a woman, let's just say I have sex with her one day. I'm like, damn, it's gonna come up where I'm like, 13 other dudes have put their penis inside my girl. Like, that's disgusting. That is a disgusting thing, and I would most certainly not do that shit. And I don't think any guy in that situation would be wrong at all. No guy would be wrong at that point. Even George, who has a high body count, would not be wrong in dumping his girl because he realizes that she has a high body count. Because at the end of the day, it's disgusting for us, and it turns women on when guys have high body counts. Most women, again, because something about that dude is attracting all these different women. That's all.
So how would you feel if she
guarantee you.
left you for your body count?
Me or George? Because I don't have a high body count.
Well, let's say you both have. Let's just give
And
a
listen,
wild number. Let's say 20.
the
You both
question.
have 20, and she
That's
left you
why
for that. How would
I
you feel?
told her my body count. That's why I told her my body count, and she said, "Okay, let's proceed with it." She didn't say. She could have told me, "No, you know what? I don't feel comfortable." But you know what she said? "Yeah, sure, okay, let's continue with this."
Yeah, and if
Because they don't
and if-
care the way you guys
that's
say
that
guys do.
that's exactly my
Well,
point.
dude,
They
but
don't
that's the
care
point
like
we're
we do.
making.
That's the whole fucking point, Maddie. You arrived at the point
No, no, no.
yourself.
It's
Congratulations.
not that they don't care about adding to the body count. They don't care our body count because it's the past.
No, it's not
The
because it's the
past.
No, they
past.
don't.
It's not because it's the past. It's because
Yo,
women.
I want a day where both your girls, all five of us, are on the podcast. I want.
Why can't you
that
just have a
right
girl?
now.
Yeah, why don't you bring one of your friends, buddy? If they have such problems with our fucking viewpoints and your
No,
girls,
who said my friends have problems with your viewpoint?
bro,
You did.
majority.
I got
Listen,
problem with your
you know what?
viewpoints.
No, yeah, but you're a fucking dude, and we've already dismantled your point of view. But all these women, because I'm sure, right? I'm sure that the prompts that you gave me, like George can go kick rocks with open-toed shoes. I am sure that a lot of those prompts you gave me came from your female friends who also disagree with me on these different topics. So if you really want a woman on this show, why would you want a woman who's just going to agree with me? How about let's get a woman who agrees with you and get the woman's perspective so I can dismantle a woman as well. Regardless
Here's
of
the thing: if George were to speak, and this is not antagonizing or nothing, this is with all respect. If George were to speak to one of my girlfriends the way he speaks to me, we would have a fucking problem, and I would want everything to stay.
How about this? I'll stay quiet during that fucking show.
buddy? It's
Look, I
not
will
staying quiet. It's we're
listen,
friends.
listen.
We're good friends.
All
We
right,
care
all
about
right.
each other.
Listen. I'll
We'll
do
insult
this.
each other.
I
We're
will.
fine. But if you
No,
do
no,
that to
but
one of my
listen.
friends, it's a problem.
yeah. So
Listen,
wait, real quick, Georgie, real quick. So if George agrees that he will be all like completely,
Behaved. I'll behave.
this
I
man will be a saint. He'll be completely respectful to your female friends, which I'm sure he would either way because I don't
I
think
will
George
be
is the
respectful.
I don't think
I was
George is the type of
respectful
guy
to
to
the
do
previous guest who was a female.
that. Yeah,
Respectful to her. I didn't talk
completely
the way I talk to you.
completely respectful to your friend. Would you then be comfortable with her with either whoever the fuck disagrees that's your female friend coming on the show and we can debate these topics on that episode, and have a female's perspective on that. From one of your female friends who disagree very
I
vehemently.
want to add something.
100%. It's
Wait,
just a
I want to
matter
add
of
something.
not having him speak
Listen,
to them the way he
listen.
speaks.
No,
to
one hundred
us.
percent.
Wait.
I don't even
Listen,
think. Wait,
listen, I
real
wanna
quick, George.
add something.
Just to speak on behalf of George, I don't think George would, even if like you didn't tell him this.
I
I don't
would
think he
not.
would not speak to. I don't think he'd speak to a woman, or really
I
for
would
that matter,
not.
anybody he doesn't really know. Because even when E was on, he didn't really speak the way he speaks to you, Maddie. He's just comfortable with you, Maddie. It's just
I
y'all-
know,
y'all
which
are-
is
with
why
Maddie.
our banter and our insults, we wipe our ass with it at the end of the day. Tomorrow we're gonna
Because I
be
love
buddies.
Yeah, because
But
Georgie loves
listen,
Maddie.
Maddie, listen. I would never talk to anybody like that. I only talk to you and Matt like that, and Brian, because I'm okay with you guys.
Brian
Damn, you're just
Santos.
okay
And not only that, a woman, I would never speak to a woman like that.
Oh, shit.
Even if she's wrong, and even if she deserves a slap on the face, I will not fucking do it.
You could have just said, she disagreed.
No.
but yeah,
Listen. I'm just telling you. Because there's some girls out there that sometimes they say some fucked up shit, and you're like, okay, I just gotta bite my tongue and fucking put my finger up my ass so I wouldn't fucking.
Oh, geez,
But
you
listen,
and
bro,
your
what I'm
ass.
trying to say is, listen, if you have that doubt that I would snap, I don't know. Usually when we have guests here and I disagree with them, I just mute myself and I just start talking to myself. But if you feel like that, if I say something disrespectful, I will pay you $20.
It's not even that, buddy. It's these people are my ride or die. They're like my family.
But
It's
that's
not
why
saying
I'm
you
telling
would.
you,
It's not.
I'm confirming with you that I would
Yeah,
not say
George
anything.
is not going to disrespect your friends. Now, granted, if there is a disagreement and we have like a debate about it, then obviously he'll give his 2 cents and it'll
Oh,
be, but it'll be
100%.
respectful.
Yeah.
It'll be completely
It's not.
respectful.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Even when Jen came on, when Jenny came on, it was completely respectful. George disagreed with her on certain topics, but he respected it and he was very cordial and everything like that. I'm sure that, especially since it's one of your good friends, he'll do the same. If anything, he'll be more respectful. And same thing with me. I'm not gonna speak to anybody whom I don't know the way that I speak to you, Maddie or Georgie.
No, 100%. We're good friends. We do this podcast. We talk our shit every day. We joke around. Not saying that's why, again, if it upsets you, my bad, bro. It's not saying that I think you would. It's just I wouldn't want if that type of situation were, because I wouldn't want that type of situation to happen, because you're my boy. We work together. We have a lot of fun. We're
Yeah,
good
you
friends.
wouldn't want to risk it.
But then
You
these
wouldn't
are
want to
my
risk
these
it.
are my people.
Yeah, you
you
wouldn't
know?
want to risk it. But again, Georgie wouldn't do that type of shit, and
No,
he said
100%.
that. So,
Debating is fine.
Yeah.
Everything. It's just I
So-
wouldn't want a quick snap or a sly remark or
yeah.
a type of slick shit. That's
Yeah.
what I wouldn't want.
I mean, I'll probably call you. I'll probably call them I'll probably call them what's that shit called? What's the word? Fuck, I'm tripping. Strumpets. I'll call them a strumpet, to be honest.
Dude, but you're
But,
going after the wrong guy here. The only guy here that would disrespect
No,
him
no,
is
buddy.
fucking
I'm not
Matt.
going after you.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no, no,
saying
no.
because
No, yeah, no.
you're
You're just
more-
worried. You're like you just don't want to risk it or whatever the case. Yeah.
I mean, he's
at the
the
end of the
same. I mean, I'm just talking about the guy that like 20 minutes ago was calling me a pussy ass bitch and shit. So I just wanted to make sure, he wouldn't say that to my friends because then there would be a problem.
No, yeah, but yeah,
Bro,
I
but
mean,
listen, I talk to you like that because it's funny. I don't really
Nah, I
mean
don't
the
think
shit I
so.
say to you. Listen, I don't mean the
I
shit I
don't
say to
think
you, bro.
so.
I do it to piss you off. Just
I
like
don't get
today, I
pissed
was pissing
off.
you off. Yeah, you do, bro. You get mad. Doesn't he get mad?
You get mad. You fucking insulted me first, you little cock.
I insult everybody, bro. I even insult Brian. I call Brian a little fucking dirty Puerto Rican bitch.
Oh my goodness, please. This fucking
freaking wasn't gonna say. No, but yeah, but definitely, you don't have to worry about that, Maddie. Invite them on the show. They'll come on and we'll have a nice discussion and it'll be a good show, just like it was with
I'd be
Jenny.
more than
and,
happy to talk to my people because I would love that.
dude, that'd be amazing. That'd be a really good show as well. Very entertaining one. But you don't have to worry about that with Georgie, and most certainly you don't have to worry about that with me, buddy. I wouldn't disrespect somebody like that.
I know I don't have to worry about it with you, buddy.
Yeah.
No, oh really? You don't have to worry about it with him. The fucking guy that just like
Listen,
we
you
had a
just say
guest.
some real fucked up misogynistic sounding
We
shit.
had a female guest, and this man fucking just went off about his fucking misogyny. I even had to step in and try to stop him.
I didn't fucking disrespect her.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. What did I say?
You started saying that women shouldn't fucking vote.
Yeah, but that's not disrespect. That's my point of view. What the fuck? That's my belief. What I can't fucking speak my mind now. No, it's
Bro,
not. It's,
all
I
you
mean,
know-
if I would have been like, "Oh, you're a fucking whore. You're a fucking degenerate, fucking piece of shit whore," like, okay, that's different. But I
We
didn't
about
do
to
that
get a
shit.
lot of
Okay.
clips from this episode today, bro. This was our most heated one. Yeah.
Fucking George comes back, and this is how it turns out. Nah,
Dude,
but
every time I'm here, we always have our.
yeah, no, it's
Bro,
Yeah,
is
I
it
should
like
tell you
whenever I'm not
something.
here, you just hear jazz music playing, you guys are having normal conversation. As soon as I come in, it's rock music and fucking like damage noises everywhere.
Oh, damn. Wow.
it's a fucking metal concert. Nah, but yeah, George. Sorry, Maddie. Fucking, set it up, buddy, because we would love to have them on and have disagreements from women who
That's what and the
don't see
women
that.
listening right now, if y'all are listening, or the boys, if any of y'all boys are listening and you have your girl or your girlfriends and all that shit, leave us a comment. That way we can also have conversations and hear your point of view and hear how fucked up
And
George
if you're a
is
man,
and all this
and if
shit.
you're a man, don't be like Maddie. Don't be a simp because this man's a white knight.
All right,
He claims
because
to be a
in today's
Catholic.
society, respecting women and valuing them and cherishing them how we're supposed to
No, you
is
can
we should
value them and
cherish them.
cherish
We should
them,
che-
but
we
not
should
the hoes.
we should value and cherish the ones that actually have value. But at the end of the day, there's fool's gold and there's real gold. I'd rather stick around with the ones that are real gold. You know what I mean? But either way, definitely you should bring him on, buddy, or you should invite them to come on, buddy. It'd be a great episode, great conversation. But yeah. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's gonna be a great episode. Come on down. Come on down to the most woman-friendly show on the face of the earth. Come on. But anyway, but yeah, no. Echoing what Maddie just said, we have like 90-something%. I checked it the other day. We have like 90% female listeners. If any of you
and
guys
haters.
and haters, yeah. If any of you guys want to come on the show and debate some of these topics, or you guys are like behind your screens like, fuck, these guys are so stupid, it's like, just come on, send us a DM on Instagram. We would love to have you on. Maybe drop a comment right now if you have time. Drop a little comment as to why we're dumb or whatever the case. We'll read it in the next episode. We would love to hear the comments. But
I love the comments that they say about Maddie all the time. Love those.
All right, bro. What is there?
Maddie
What
is
is your
short.
fetish with me, dog? Every other thing out of your mouth has to be about
Dude,
me.
all right, I want to
Hop
come
off, bro.
clean. I want to come clean and say that I have a fetish for Maddie.
He wants to come clean
Yo.
clean in his ass. Come clean in his ass.
Oh, God, he needs to hop off, bro.
Poor Maddie, bro.
All right, anyways.
Maddie, when are you
uh,
gonna
He
be
with the
free of me?
bullshit. Yo.
Hey, wait. There's one thing I want to talk about. Who the fuck did that today at my desk? Who did that?
That was
Matt
Maddie,
did. I
bro.
told
That
you.
was Maddie.
I
What the
unplugged your
fuck?
computer.
That was Maddie.
No. Listen,
George, listen.
God is watching. God is listening.
George,
Whoever
I
lies is going
already
to hell.
admitted to you. I took your car keys, I unplugged your mouse, and I turned off both your monitors. I told you that was me. The bags were Matt.
All right, Matt.
All right.
Matt.
So obviously Maddie is a fucking dumbass. Cause listen, let me ask you a question.
You're
What makes
such a
more
good
sense?
liar.
What makes
That's
more
such a
what?
bad
No.
quality.
What makes more sense, right? The guy who was at his desk trying to finish his fucking job, his big job at the end of the day that he was trying to finish before the time ran out, and he was just trying to finish it, right? Or the guy who
You're
fucking took
such
your
a
keys,
little
who fucking
bitch.
unplugged your mouse, who unplugged your monitors. Who makes more sense, bro?
Listen, I'm just gonna say this. Maddie did swear on his car and his mom.
All right, I swear on my
You
car and my
did
mom.
it?
What the fuck?
I don't go, dude. This guy lied to Brian in front of my face. Say no, I swear on my mom, bro. You fucking lied in front of my face.
You just said it
swearing
yourself.
on your
What is
mom.
there to hard to believe, bro?
Exactly. No. I
Wait, what?
believe Maddie. I believe Maddie, bro. You. I don't
Cause
believe you when you say you swear on your
bro,
mom.
but that's because I don't even have to say that shit. Why the fuck would it make sense logically for me to even be the one to do that shit when Maddie was the one who fucked with your shit in the first place? I was at my desk trying to finish my fucking job, and Maddie was out here fucking with your shit while you were in the bathroom. Who makes more sense, bro?
Then why is he blaming you?
Because he's scared of you dropping his bags on his fucking desk. He said that shit himself.
Which he did, since you were such a good fucking liar. He
But
destroyed
you're
my
fucking bro. You're the one who literally said that you're so terrified of him dropping the bags on your fucking desk and shit. So obviously you'd lie about it and fucking blame me because you don't want him to drop the fucking bags on your desk. The fuck?
That's okay, bro. George, I really hope you believe me. I
I believe you,
hope you
Maddie.
believe
I
the
believe
truth.
you. You know why? Because this man is actually defending himself so hard.
Cause I don't want my fucking bags to be dropped on my desk either. What the fuck?
Yeah, because you know how much that shit sucks when he does that.
It
shit.
does, and you know too, which is why you blamed me for the fucking shit.
George, do I not admit to you when I do shit to you?
He does admit it.
And
He
so do
does.
I, George. What the fuck?
No, you don't. You fucking never. Dude, you lied to Brian. Brian still thinks that I took his fucking flag, bro.
Nah, Brian's a fucking little bitch. Anyways, let's keep
You
going.
fucking bitch.
Fuck you guys. I don't
Bro,
give a
this
fuck.
man-
I'm not
this
trying
man
to. You know,
took-
fuck you guys. I don't give a
Somebody's
shit.
Wait. This man took Brian's flag. He hid it. Brian came back and he gave it back to Brian and said,
Bro, who gives a
took it-
fuck about
Bro,
that
this
pride
fucking
flag, bro?
bitch,
Fuck that
bro.
shit. Bro,
This man blamed me.
the literal same shape as a pride flag, and you think it's fucking a big deal to take it? Come on, bro. All you have to do is change the colors, and then it'll be a fucking pride flag. Who gives a fuck?
Shit,
Anyways,
bro, that
let's
shit
move
was
on.
funny.
All right. So next topic of the day, we've been talking about women for a while, so let's move on to something
no, we've been
political.
barking at each other for too long.
Yeah, we've been talking about women. Let's talk about something political. George, I think because George was the one who wasn't here on that day. Buddy, what are your thoughts on the Trump-Zelensky meeting that went to
Dude.
shit?
I loved it. I loved that fucking meeting.
Oh, shit.
Zelensky got put in his fucking place. Fucking little degenerate little fucking bitch.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Bro, that motherfucker, he's kidnapping fucking kids from schools. Fucking kids driving their little bikes around. 15, 14-year-old kids and putting them on the fucking front line. There's fucking video evidence that came out after Friday when fucking this guy Vance fucking told them, you're picking up fucking innocent kids from the streets and putting them in vans to be sent to the front lines because you're having problems with manpower. And he said, no, we're not doing that. And then the fucking videos came out and he was fucking doing it. That guy's a piece of fucking shit. He doesn't want the war to end because of this fucking reason. All that money that has been sent to him, he has it. He's kept it. He hasn't done anything with it. He's given some of it to the war, but he's kept the majority of it because when he went to France, right after he had that argument with Trump, him and his wife went to one store and they wasted $30,000 on fucking clothing. Then they went to another store and they wasted $100,000. And last year, she bought a $4 million fucking Bugatti, bro. The fuck you mean this man? He doesn't want the war to end. He stopped having fucking election in his countries for the past 6 years. Why? Because he knows. He knows that as soon as he drops down, they're going to investigate where all that money went and he's going to fucking pay the consequences for it. That's why he doesn't want the war to end. That's why he wants it to fucking continue because that's a fucking little bitch right there, bro. That guy's a little fucking communist bitch.
It seemed like he had something to get off his chest there.
I did.
Damn, wow.
Bitch.
I thought he was letting it out on me.
I did my
earlier,
fucking
but
research
damn.
on that little fucking cockroach, bro. That guy's a fucking cockroach.
Yeah, no, he definitely is a scumbag. But but yeah, no. So what do you think about the blow up though?
It was amazing. I think we needed to see that. We needed to see that because that happens behind closed doors. You don't get to see it in person. And they told them we're gonna sign this treaty. It wasn't even supposed to be about that. It was supposed to be about the minerals fucking deal. And this fucking guy came in here fucking showing Trump pictures and everything. And Trump told him, look, I don't want to see none of this. We're just gonna go over there. We're gonna sign this treaty. We're gonna stop the war. The thing was for the fucking minerals and to have a ceasefire. And then they're gonna get together, meet up. Both Ukraine, Trump, and Putin, they're gonna meet up and they're gonna declare already peace and the end of the war, and that's it. But no, this fucking guy brought out pictures. They told him don't bring out pictures so the press, can see it. No, he started bringing out pictures, telling stories, and the same thing he used to do with Biden. Oh, Ukraine is suffering. Oh, and then when they said, oh, Ukraine is destroyed. Oh no, Ukraine is not destroyed. There's beautiful parts. Dude, what the fuck you want, bro? Is it destroyed or is it not?
Are left.
Bro, what the fuck? And then they say, yeah, the parts that are still fucking standing, and this fucking guy is a fucking moron, bro. He says that they're getting killed. They're fucking doing atrocious things. They're destroying their cities, and then they say, yeah, their cities are destroyed. They're like, no, not all of them, bro. What the fuck? You go on Instagram or whatever fucking website you want, and you can see fucking videos of Ukrainians fucking going to nightclubs, bro. Going to fucking nightclubs.
That's what I was telling. That's what I was
war.
telling Maddie the other day. I think it was actually for yesterday's show, for the Wednesday show. That's what I was telling Maddie is like, dude, you can see it just based off of like just in war, whatever the case may be, that women are so much more privileged than men are.
This guy, bro. We're not talking about fucking women.
No, but
anymore,
but I'm talking about like in that sense, bro. Women out here going to fucking to neighboring countries and being on Tinder, going in the clubs and shit like that, bro. Men out here in the front lines fighting and shit like that, dying, getting fucking blown up and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
I just hate women.
Nah,
I'm
bro,
sorry.
but dude, all I'm gonna say is, bro, Ukraine, bro, we don't need to fucking send no money over there. We don't give a dude. I don't give a fuck. We helped them enough. He should have came over here fucking kissing our fucking feet and being like, oh my god, thank you so fucking much for the ceasefire and for the peace it's about to bring to save all the lives in our country and for actually saving my country. No, this man came over here fucking demanding shit, demanding the war to continue. Bro, what the fuck? You're playing with World War III, bro. Anybody that's fucking watching here, if you have fucking kids, if you have brothers, bro, they're gonna be sent to war when World War III starts because that is all out war, bro. And this fucking guy's playing with it. He's fucking playing with it because he doesn't want to leave his power, bro. This guy's a fucking idiot. That's why I don't like him. I never liked him. Not even from the fucking beginning. I never liked this fucking guy. This guy's a fucking clown put there by the fucking uh, Obama administration, bro. He was put there to fucking be the president. That's it. He used to be a fucking little actor who used to make everybody laugh. That's it. That's what he is. He's a fucking actor, bro. He's a fucking piece of shit. That's why I don't like him.
That's what
That's
I'm
why
saying.
his people don't like him.
That's what I'm saying.
His approval rating is under fucking 6%, bro. Nobody fucking likes this fucking guy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I think women shouldn't vote. To be honest, it's like,
bro, what the fuck is this guy with women, bro?
I don't know how that shit comes up, bro. I
no, I'm fucking
Bro,
around.
but still,
But dude, I saw
another thing I want to say is after that is over. That's it. I hope he came back asking for, yeah, we want the minerals deal and whatever. Now he wants that. They gotta meet next week. I don't give a fuck. Now the next thing is the Trump speech that he gave and the Democrats freaking out.
Yeah, no, real quick though, before we get to that, I had seen like on Twitter and stuff like that when that shit first happened, the main clip of the argument and everything, and people were saying, oh, JD Vance was like very unprofessional and like so was Trump or whatever. Bro, the entire meeting, bro, Zelensky was like just being so low key, trying to like put like.
He's trying to manipulate.
Yeah,
bro.
he was trying to manipulate Trump on his pride. He was trying to manipulate Trump on his emotion. He was showing him pictures of dead babies and shit. It's like, bro, what the fuck? You're coming into the Oval Office in front
And
of
they
the
told him not
fucking
to
media.
do that in front of the press.
Yeah, in front of the media, and you're showing Trump pictures like that, and you're telling him like, oh, we don't want to negotiate with a fucking terrorist like Putin. It's like, bro, he's looking for peace, my guy. Like, there's no peace if you're just gonna keep fucking trying to keep the war going. But no, Zelensky, the way he fucking conducted himself during that meeting, bro, it's fucking, yeah, bro. Get the fuck out of our country, bro. At that point, but what's it called? But yeah. So on to the Congress, to the State of the Union. I don't even think it was a State of the Union. I think he was just addressing Congress. But what do you think about what was your thoughts on that? Because you saw the full thing, right?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on the next day. I didn't see it the day of.
What are your full thoughts on that, buddy? Or what are your thoughts on that, rather?
Dude, I feel like it was the best it's ever, like the best how do you call it, State of the Union or whatever. What was it called?
The best Congress address or whatever the case.
Yeah, the best
speech.
Congress address I've seen in a long time. I like politics a lot, but these fucking degenerate fucking Democrats, bro, they're still salty, bro. The salt is so fucking far up their mouth that it's starting to that, like, you shake a Democrat and it comes out of his fucking ass, bro. That's how fucking salty they are, bro. These fucking people couldn't even fucking clap for a fucking cancer patient. They couldn't clap for a fucking guy that came back that was a hostage. They couldn't fucking clap for the fucking terrorist that was captured who killed the 13 soldiers. No, they couldn't fucking clap. These people were fucking degenerates. And then they kept fucking interrupting Trump the entire time. They walked out. Bro, what the fuck is that? What professionalism is that, bro? Like, and then you have these fucking women, Democrat women, wearing pink in solidarity for the fucking women. And then the day before, they voted against having women's sports only be for women. They wanted men to be in their sport too. Like, how the fuck are you supporting women and you want men in the sport, bro? Are you stupid or something? The fucking irony these people have, bro. That's why I don't like Democrats, bro. Fucking Democrats irritate me. If you're a Democrat and you're listening to this, bro, you're a fucking idiot. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my goodness, buddy. Let's not insult people on their political
Nah,
beliefs.
fuck them, bro. Listen, bro. If somebody serves shit on a plate and you don't know it's shit on a plate, but you clearly see it smells like shit, and you still eat it, you're a fucking moron. Because that's what Democrats are, bro. They're fucking idiots. They're idiots. Like, how are you telling me that these people, they don't even know how to fucking make a sentence make sense? You had fucking Joe Biden, who his biggest accomplishment was fucking having a fucking sentence to put fucking together without the fucking teleprompter. And even with the teleprompter, you were like, oh shit, I hope he doesn't fucking mess up. You know, this is their biggest accomplishment. This man fucking being able to get through one fucking sentence without fucking up. And then you have fucking Kamala Harris, who fucking couldn't even do math. This bitch couldn't even know fucking 2 + 2 was. This bitch, they gave her $1 billion and she ended up with fucking 20 million in debt. How the fuck does that happen, bro? You get $1 billion and you get 20 million in. Bro, these people are fucking stupid. They're pathetic. You can't even fucking be happy for a cancer patient. You can't be happy for a guy that was held hostage in Russia, brought back. No, you can't be happy for that. You can't be happy for nothing. No. Anything Trump does, it's like Trump said in the fucking speech. I could find the cure to the world's deadliest virus, and I could bring world peace, and these people still wouldn't clap. Why? Because they're fucking salty, and if you shake them enough, they'll fucking get salt out of their fucking ass, bro. Fucking salt shakers. That's why I hope Democrats, they lose their position in fucking Congress, and they never get to fucking be elected again. I hope fucking people wake the fuck up and start voting fucking Republican or start voting for somebody else that's not fucking Democrats, bro. Like, at this point, you can fucking vote communist. I don't give a fuck. Bro, but fucking Democrats, bro, these people are so fucking... Their heads are so far up their ass that they're about to come out of their fucking mouth. That's how far they fucking are, bro. They're so fucking deep in there, bro. Like, these people are just fucking disgusting people, bro. And then the next day, you had this fucking bitch on MSNBC saying that, oh, I hope the kid, because, you know, he wants to be a police officer. I hope that he's a cancer patient. She's like, oh, I hope he doesn't die out of suicide like the rest of the fucking cops. Like, bro, what the fuck is that, bro? Why can't you say, oh, I'm so happy for him? No, this bitch just fucking came out there saying that she hopes he doesn't commit suicide like every other police officer.
Self deletion, buddy. Self deletion.
Self deletion, bro. Bro, this is why I fucking never liked Democrats, bro. And I have some Democrat friends, and I'm telling you, like, you try to have a conversation with them, and they're stupid. You can't have a fucking conversation with a Democrat because you're fucking talking to the TV. You tell him, bro. You tell him a fact. You tell him, yo, Trump won with the highest majority vote. And he's like, well, in reality, the Russians helped them, bro. Get your fucking head out of the fucking TV and do some fucking research on your own, bro. Fucking people still having the fucking Russian hoax. Fucking morons, bro. That's why I don't like fucking Democrats, bro. I don't like them. Fucking piece of shit. Can't even fucking think for themselves. Fucking 2 genders in the fucking world, just so you know. There's fucking 2 genders, male and female. There's not multiple fucking genders. Alright?
Maddie,
if you can take a dig up the ass, if you can take a dig up the ass, bro, you don't deserve a parade. Women do it too. You know?
Maddie, you told him that he should respect the Democrats. What are your thoughts on what he's saying, buddy?
I mean, it's not everybody, bro. Then again, you know, everyone says everyone has things to say about both parties. That
They do.
Republicans are racists.
What?
What the
Racist.
fuck?
How are they
Sorry,
racist?
that Republicans are racist. That
All right, let's get this clear. Let's get this clear. Who started the KKK?
I don't know.
Democrats. Who didn't want slavery to be abolished?
Democrats.
Democrats. Who didn't want to let the black people vote? Democrats. And at the end of the day, fucking dumbass people believe that they're the good guys. Republicans, just so you know, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. And they didn't like him. They even killed him because he freed the slaves. The first person to serve in the U.S. government was a black person. Guess what party let him join? The Republican Party. So you're telling me right now that the Democrats are for like Hispanics and black people? No, bro. They're the racists, bro. They're the fucking racists. Obama was a fucking puppet. They had his hand up his fucking ass, bro. They like to use these things like the first woman, the first black man, the first black woman. Bro, like, How many fucking changes does Kamala go through? Kamala used to be Indian, then she was black, then she was Hispanic, then she was Mexican, then she was black again, then she was Indian again, then she was Chinese, then she was black again. Bro, what the fuck? What this bitch a mutant or something? Like, tell me, bro. That's why I don't trust them. They lie constantly. It's like multiple lies back to back. And then you have Republicans showing you the fucking proof of corruption, and then you got liberals and fucking Democrats protecting the fucking corruption. Oh no, Elon Musk, look at him. He's fucking trying to stop the spending of our fucking tax dollars. Bro, yes, you don't want to fucking have more money? They're fucking spending your money on fucking making fucking rats gay, bro. What the fuck is my money going to a rat to make a fucking rat gay? What the fuck is that, bro? Stupid ass fucking people, bro. Giving money to fucking Social Security to fucking 300-year-old fucking vampire and shit.
Well, that's because there's a lot of things that if you look at a lot of the, and this is only unfortunately on the Democratic side. If you look at a lot of the people in the political eye, Democrats, mayors, governors, anybody a lot of people in the Democratic Party, especially in Congress and in the higher statutes of the Democratic Party, they have a salary, let's say 100,000, 200,000, but yet they're worth $200 million, and they get $200 million. They have four
That's
hundred
the
million
funny thing.
dollars. But where did all
They
that
have
money
a
go? It's because they're pocketing a lot of this
exactly.
shit for all the fake stuff. Like, and I was watching a thing of Trump yesterday where he said, did you already mention about doing the sex change in mice?
Yes, that's the rat.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking
Like,
sex
how
changing
is it
rat,
you
bro. What the
spent?
fuck is that?
I think he said it was like what,
It's
like
$20
20
million
or 30
dollars.
million? Yeah.
Yeah, $20 million, bro. Fucking
$20 million to do a
mice
sex
sex
change
changes.
to mice. What does that have to do with anything? And why
Dude,
is it
it's
that people are okay with your taxes, the money you spend, you work hard for, that you spend every time you buy, a cheeseburger at a fast food place, the groceries you spend at Publix, when you pump your gas tank, when you do all of this, the money that they take from you is going to such ignorant things because yeah, okay. Some of the things, like schooling in Uganda or whatever. That's an
I
example.
don't
It's
give a
not a
fuck
real
about
one, but
that.
some
I
shit
care
like
about
that.
schooling here in America. You got fucking kids that don't even know what the fuck America or fucking Europe is.
No, I know, but my point is, it's like they're upset that the money is not being spent on these things, but then again,
No, no.
a lot of
Bro,
people
listen.
in the last couple of years have not been able to get any sort of tax return without committing fraud, and everyone's been having to pay even more. Like, I already
Bro,
pay.
there was a lady getting $4,000 in fucking food stamps.
Like, bro, how do you need $4,000 in food stamps? What are you
And she
doing, an
only had 2
orphanage?
kids, bro. And she had a BMW. And her husband didn't work, and she didn't work. And
No,
she was
bro,
getting
it's that type
$4,000.
of shit that's not okay, bro.
But that's the thing what I'm trying to tell you, bro. These people are fucking corrupt. These people are fucking. Oh, and the lady, by the way, she used to work for the government. But you had Nancy Pelosi, inside trader. Um, you had a bunch of fucking Democrats that are rich. Look at Obama, bro. Obama has like fucking 8 mansions and still has like a bunch of $1 million in his bank account. The president makes 400,000 or 300,000 a year. You're telling me Obama in 8 years made $80 million, bro?
Nah,
Nancy
bro, that
Pelosi,
money's being taken straight
who
from
was
us,
getting
dog.
paid 120,000, has a net worth of over $20 million. You mean to tell me these people really make that much money in the fucking government, bro? Fucking crazy, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Then you have a guy who's a billionaire. You have 2 billionaires. You have Elon Musk and you have Trump. These people have no fucking need in the world. No need in the world to involve themselves in politics. They can live their life and say, fuck the people. They can say that. Fuck the people. I got money. I can survive. These people are working for you for fucking free. Trump is not taking the pay that the president gets. Elon doesn't
He's
get the pay that the fucking guy gets, whatever fucking job position he has.
no, and Trump is actually the first president in many years to actually lose money from
To
becoming
lose
president.
money from becoming president. But yeah, you got all these other presidents that became millionaires. But Trump, no, he's losing money. Elon is losing money. And you know what? They don't care. They're saying we're gonna fucking make this country better. And no, people get mad at that. They're like, oh no, these people, they're rich. Yeah, so what? They're fucking rich. And what, bro? They fucking knew how to fucking invest their money. They fucking work for their fucking shit. And now they're in there and they're not even fucking making money. They're trying to improve your fucking life. They're trying to give you $5,000 in a fucking stimulus check because of all the fucking fraud they found. They're trying to give some of it back to you so you know you can get something in return for the fucking fraud they had. People get mad. He wants to take away tax on overtime and tips, and people are still fucking mad. Like, dude, what the fuck? You mean to tell me that this isn't helping you? Like, you have Governor DeSantis that wants to take away the tax on property tax. Because he says it makes no sense that you buy the house, you pay the tax already, you buy it for a lot of money, you still gotta pay tax on your fucking property. Like, the fuck, that makes no fucking sense. But people still choose to be ruled by a fucking corrupt government. They'd rather have that than have their lives easy. This is what you call rat mentality. This is what you call dumb fucking people. If you tell somebody don't go through that fucking door because you're gonna fall 400 feet, and he's gonna fucking open the door, he's gonna go. You know why? Because he's a fucking Democrat. All right, I'm done. Fuck Democrats. That's what I'm trying to say.
Definitely had some stuff to get off his chest there.
I did. I fucking hate them.
I'm a woman hater. He's a Democrat hater. You know, it's okay. We all have to.
Dude, I don't hate all Democrats. There's some cool ones out there. Some of them voted for Trump this year. Some of them actually, like, their heads, their nose, their mouth, and their eyes came out of their ass, but their fucking forehead is still in there. But they got to see, you know, slowly but surely, their ass and their head are separate. Some of those people are cool, but then you have the ones that their head are still so far up that they still they're smelling shit still, you know. But hey, man, you know, there's some good ones, there's some cool ones out there, but there's a lot of dumb ones out there.
That's the thing, bro. There's ignorant and uninformed people everywhere, bro.
Stupid people. I mean, I must say, I used to actually be like a Democrat back when I was in high school because that's what school teaches you to be. It teaches you to fucking be a little Democrat. But once I graduated and I started doing my own research without a teacher telling me what to fucking do and who to vote for, I said, hey, wait a minute, this makes no fucking sense. These people are fucking delusional and crazy. And then I started voting Republican.
I think everybody who's in politics right now, if you're voting for the progressive candidate and whatnot, eventually the more you get into it, the more you learn about that stuff and what makes, what candidates are better and what stuff, facts, stuff like that, you'll start voting more conservative than progressive. I think it's the same thing with religion. If you're a Protestant, look more into it, into the history of the church and everything. You'll become Catholic. Just you just got to give it a little time. I mean, look at Georgie here. Georgie became a conservative. You just have to give him a little time, and he got there. So that's a good.
There's been people that have been. Listen, I'll tell you this: if you're a Democrat and you believe the Democrats are for you to help you, I feel like you still believe in Santa Claus.
He is real. Who else gives me my presents on Christmas?
The girl with the 10,000 body count.
Oh my God! Leave it alone.
All right, I think we're done here.
Or the girl with the OF, actually, because she makes a lot of money and she's a boss babe. But either way, does anybody have any final thoughts on anything we spoke on today before we close out the show?
Yeah, I do. Just Maddie's a simp. Move on.
Maddie, you have any final thoughts, buddy?
Nah.
Alrighty then. My final thoughts are that we had a good show, and I appreciate you guys coming on today. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this show and listening to us speak and have conversations about dumb things or whatever the case may be. Thank you for spending your time here. You could have spent it anywhere else in the world, but instead you were with us. We appreciate that very much. Disclaimer, the views expressed on the show by the individual hosts or guests do not necessarily reflect the views of the CatFiveBoys podcast. thank you so much for watching again. We have clips. If you can't catch the full shows, we have kind of sort of the best bits on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. We post sort of the best bits on there. Not all of them, because otherwise would be the point of posting the full shows. But we have some of the best bits on those platforms. All of them are at CatFiveBoys. If you guys want to be guests on the show, we would love to have you on. Just send us a DM on Instagram at CatFiveBoys, letting us know your interest in being on the show. And we would love to have you on if you want to debate some of the topics that we speak on. You think we're full of shit? You think I'm full of shit for the views I have on women? You think George is full of shit for the political views that he has, or you think Maddie's full of shit for being a simp? Just come on the show, and we would love to debate it with you. And if you just have anything interesting to talk about, you have something going on in your life that you want to share, that'd be awesome to come on and talk about as well. We'll get in touch with you, and we'll sort it all out. I stream. So I stream every Saturday at around 6 p.m. So if you want to put a face to the name, maybe you want to come on the stream and talk shit to me on my live chat, or maybe you want to show some love. But I stream every Saturday at around 6 p.m. on Twitch at that's twitch.tv/codenamesoap. I'll have all these all these links and different accounts in the description of this video and all the other shows. But again, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify and Apple Podcast, rate us 5 stars, do all the stuff you got to do. Make sure to comment your thoughts, your opinions, your criticisms, if you disagree with us, whatever the case may be. We would love to discuss those things on the next show. We love the comments, so keep them flowing. And we post every Wednesdays and Fridays. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you guys are staying prayed up during this Lent. Spend time with the Lord. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys have a great night. Good night, and God bless.
Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.